Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some Dungeons and Dragons. We're here to bring you some more Descent into Avernus. Welcome. Glad to have you here. It's been, let's see, we missed last week. I think
And
we
the week
may
before.
have missed the week before. It's been a bit decent chunk since we've been here, but here we are, ready to dive back into it. And oh boy, do we have some decisions to make tonight that may or may not
Where are
lead
we?
to some stuff. Wait, what'd you ask?
Where are we?
But actually, whoever's doing the recap's about to cover that. But you're at the precipice of a decision that, could decide a whole lot. I don't want to give too much away. I want whoever's doing the recap to throw their own spin on it.
I thought you were gonna hit me with the precipice of destiny.
The precipice. I wouldn't even think of that. I should have. Damn it.
No,
Oh,
just
well.
rewind. Pretend you cut this part out, and you can come back and be like,
Just come
no.
back to it for the YouTube video. You guys are on the
Yeah.
precipice of destiny tonight.
Oh shit!
Damn.
If you're watching this
Dude, that's
live, you know, you're on the end. Okay, so you got it already.
This is what we call movie magic.
Before we get started tonight, we got a couple announcements. Our Wednesday crew, first off, is that's going to be a permanent date. We were thinking about switching that around, but yeah, we're going to be still meeting every Wednesday at 8:30 Central Time. Mr. Moose also has an announcement regarding our sessions. Mr. Moose, if you will.
Yes. Okay. So our Saturday game, our Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign, we are putting pause. We're pushing pause on it. We're gonna go into a bit of a hiatus, and that is 100% on me. I have not had the time to put in the amount of effort that I would deem necessary for the campaign. Really to just justify spending the amount of time that it takes to really properly do that and give all of my players effort that they deserve. So until I can get everything kind of figured out in a way that is fair to everybody, including myself, we're hitting pause. I have every intention of restarting that and picking up where we left off. But for the time being, I've just got to say time out, just for my sake, for my mental well-being, I guess you could say. But it's not gone or forgotten. It's just on timeout.
Mental well-being,
So-
number one. Absolutely, you got to do what you got to do. And it ain't dead. Listen to what he said. It's coming back eventually at some point. So for now, we got
Just gotta figure it out.
two sessions still rolling every today and Wednesday. But all that aside, I think it's finally time to jump back into some Avernus and figuring out what the hell we're going to do next. That being said, I want someone to volunteer for a recap, as always. Who's it going to be?
I mean, I can try.
Give it a shot? Okay, all right. Well, the floor is yours. What happened last time, 2 weeks ago?
Hold on. Let me get
3
my
weeks
note.
ago.
Okay. So, last session. I'm just gonna kind of skim through my notes here. It's been a couple weeks.
Given the
bear with me.
tunes.
So, older Raven Guard. So we basically started out back at the chapel, I guess it was. Speaking with older Raven Guard, he has now tasked us as the sword expedition. We need to go find some random sword that we really have no true description of what it looks like, what it does, or anything, but it's very important. So we need to go find that sword. So we are the sword expedition. And it is a sword that's fit for an angel or some higher being. It is immaculate and otherworldly. But who fucking knows where it is? It could be anywhere. So, we decide to go back to the surface and begin our expedition, more or less just by spinning a bottle and following that direction and hoping that takes us to where this sword is. So we follow what we assume are most logical trajectory is. And in the meantime, speaking with Lulu and everybody along the way, apparently Lulu it is some sort of I don't know. She's a being of some importance in that she has lost her memory, similar to the other dude that we found who Elgin wants to murder, but doesn't want to murder Lulu. But I guess that's fair in that Lulu hasn't tried to murder us. So that's fair. That's fair. But apparently Lulu, maybe, or some version of Lulu, was a war mount, a war mammoth mount or something for Zariel, who is a former angel, supposedly. And yeah, so she can turn into a flying mammoth, which would be super helpful right now because we have now found ourselves at a spot where we really need something that can carry us. Because we made our way through the city, we fought some, some miscreants, some rascals along the way, and we found ourselves to one of the large chains that they're bound to Elturel and are either holding it up or dragging it down. One of the two. There's chains and they're real hot. So we need to get down to the surface of Avernus, and that's going to require figuring out how to navigate this whole chain situation. And so now we are all standing around this, scratching our heads.
It's precisely where you left off. You have advantage for the evening, so
Thank God.
use it. It will definitely come in handy.
Thank Helm.
All that being said, I believe I can go ahead and transition us over to the map here. And as you said, you guys are all around that huge chain that Stab learned is quite hot to the touch, discussing tactics and how to get down. So all that being said, what would you guys like to do?
Thought we were gonna loot that rook. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Redline, I know you're watching out there.
Oh wow! Also, before we even start, holy crap, Sal! Thanks, buddy, for the subs.
Thank you, Sal.
Sal!
Woo woo.
You paid for inspiration.
you.
I'll tell you what, that is actually it's an announcement I should have made before the game. I'm gonna bring that rule back. We're gonna edit our graphics a little bit to show that you could do this, but if you want to give someone inspiration through subs, you can. We used to do that all the time, and I'm bringing it back. So Sal, you type in chat who get. I'm not letting you get 5. That's insane. Give 1. Anybody you want, okay? Now
Nah,
y'all
let
can
him
do
have
what you want.
5, man. Give him 5. Look at all this. Look at all the things he done bought, man. Come on now. Give me all 5, Sal.
Yeah. Okay, fine. 5. You get 5. Go ahead, give him out.
I'm using this for some dumb shit.
Give
Hey.
Brain 5 inspiration.
Now the floor is y'all's.
Wait, it didn't work. Let me do it again. Inspiration.
Oh, one for everyone.
Ah.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Including
That's
DM. All
very
right.
fair, very balanced. I like that.
But wait a minute, wait. It can only be a DM controlled character that's on our side.
If it's my inspiration, I'm gonna use it how I want. You know what I mean? From my perception check to finding y'all for X reason, and from some.
That's fine. JD has 2.
That's true. You know what? Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
I'm not
Hayes
gonna-
has 2.
I'm not gonna limit you. You're stacked right now. You got 2. Yeah, sure. All the
Can I
better to
get
figure out
Rocky's-
how you're about to handle this cliffside.
Oh, God.
They'd be fighting.
Can you describe our surroundings again?
I can. You are currently near the ledge of El Terrell that's been ripped from the crust of the earth in another, realm, I guess you'd call it. You are floating roughly maybe 500, 600, 700 feet above the ground, which happens to be a massive river that you've identified as the River Styx, which you know is exceptionally bad to the touch. There is a huge chain near you, as well as in the distance you could see a few more surrounding the outskirts of El Terrell, clinging this thing to the ground, which the chain curves downward and then outward. So it's almost like it's dangling in the air, all the way to the safety of the surface. There is also the sound of It's way distant, but the sound of battle and war being waged along the coasts around this river.
At the base of the chain, we could see that it's at the coast.
Not necessarily at the base of the chain. The chain goes a good bit inland, whereas more closer to the coast, there are these encampments lined up.
It's a giant chain. I can't fit my entire arm around it.
No. You can fit your entire arm maybe halfway around one link.
Can I place my hand on the chain that's closest to me and just kind of feel like what the temperature is of it? Is it
I wanna do that too.
super hot to the touch?
Sure, yeah, you could both touch it. You both place your hands as you walk up to that chain for just a moment, and immediately it's really, really hot. Hayes, as a more learned caster, you know you would equate this to the heat metal spell. Stab, it just feels hot as hell to you, and if it feels like it's about to do a little bit of damage if you don't remove your hand.
Yo, this chain is hot. Anyways, can I like fucking... So I can't like put gloves on and then it'll be cool?
You can definitely put gloves on and touch it, but
What is it in like Fahrenheit and then convert it to Celsius and then Kelvin and then like something else?
I'd say it's roughly about 1d6 every 6 seconds temperature.
Jeez!
Damn.
Yo, this shit's really hot. You know?
I'll turn around and say, we're going to have to figure out a way to climb down this, either by avoiding contact with the chain altogether, or figuring out a way to safely traverse it without burning to a crisp.
Yo, fucking Doyle, make me some bubble hands. Make me some bubble hands. Bubble hands, boy.
My magic does not work like that, sir. And I don't know what school of magic you went to where it does.
I didn't go to no fucking school of magic. Can't you turn to like a bird or something? Or can you just do wolves?
In my past, I have been able to do that, but I'm way too far out of practice right now.
Damn. Thought you were a master. My bad. You know. Oh well. Let's loot this. Let's loot this tower over here. Let's loot it. Let's loot it. Let's do it. Maybe.
I remember last time we did actually kind of go around and look at some of the towers built around, find it. Correct?
I think we were headed there when
at
we
the end there. What was that?
Yeah, it's choppy.
Or were we headed there?
You guys were headed towards a tower, I think.
Okay. I guess, yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. Just scouting out the inside of these towers. They seem like your typical guard station towers. You'd normally find a huge gate here that seems to be completely missing. But once inside the tower, it has everything you'd expect a basic guard tower to have. Nothing too unique. You find a few bows littering the ground, maybe some arrows, a table with a couple of chairs, an empty mug sitting on one of them. Really not that much else inside of here.
If I were to wrap the chain in something, would it burn the thing like if it was like cloth?
Wrap the chain. You mean wrap your arms?
If I were to wear fucking oven mitts on my feet and hands and climb the chain,
I would, it may help a little bit, but it would definitely reach the same temperature as if you had your bare hand on it, regardless.
ah, really? Shit. I was gonna say, hey, let's look for a bakery. Get us some oven mitts.
That's clever. I'm not gonna lie, that's clever.
Shit, so that's like a really hot chain. So like I can't really grab it more. Okay, fine. All right.
Avernus
So it went,
flame chain.
it went like that. It went. Wait, can't you like grab this hands with your grab the chain with your old demon hands, or with the what's his race is called, like Hayes. Hayes, can't you?
Are you speaking
like-
to me?
Yeah, my bad, dude. Is fire hurt you? I don't remember.
Are you asking if I could be set on fire?
Yeah.
No, I cannot be set on fire. Oh, well, yes, I could be set on fire, but I would be incinerated.
Oh, my bad, dude. I thought you were all magic and shit. Sorry.
Well, unfortunately, I am not all magic and shit, but
Nah,
I
you
have
got-
I will give that I have a bit additional tolerance to heat, flame, but I don't believe it would be enough to safely get myself down this chain, let alone help any of you.
Oh, Jamie.
Dab, are you good at climbing?
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm good at climbing.
Like actual mountain type climbing where you're using ropes instead of actually maybe touching the chain?
Man, I've climbed buildings, fences, walls, gates, fences, all man-made stuff, though. You know what I mean? Unless there's a house on the top.
This is probably not a naturally occurring chain, so what are the odds that you can set up some ropes and we climb down on the ropes off of the chain?
Man, I'm pretty confident in my climbing abilities, man. Check this out. Check this out. You hear the suction? You hear that shit?
Wait, do it again.
You hear that shit?
That,
Huh?
yes.
Huh?
It
Stab
sounds
can
like he can climb.
But I'm not
You-
touching my hand to that. That's just hot, man. We gotta fucking do something about the hot, you know. Unless we fucking
Sort of crafting some sort of device
resistant,
that will glide
bitch.
us down.
Do parachutes exist in this time?
Well, there's. Are you asking me?
Oh, DM, yeah.
Not official current age parachutes, but there are certainly, like, gliders can exist in this age. Hot air balloons exist in this age. Think almost steampunkish.
Okay.
Does El Terrell have an airship docking facility?
I'll save you time and say no.
It was worth a shot.
I'll walk back out towards the edge, and I'll come to about I don't know, probably 3 feet or so, before the edge, and I'll reach into my bag, and I'm going to pull out a bottle of Van Thamper wine
Ooh.
that I have stored inside.
I forgot to have shit. Oh, I have one.
And I'm going to uncork it and just take a big swig out of the bottle itself. And I'll just kind of say to myself as I hold it and swirl it, I'm going to die fiery and torturous death. Might as well enjoy some of the finer things before.
Oh, JV, you done fucked up. I got string. I think I got 10 feet, though. Never mind.
Is Lulu anywhere in earshot of me?
She's kind of fluttering back away from the edge a bit, more so with Elgin and Doya, but she's within earshot.
I'll just call out. Lulu.
She flutters right up to you when you call her name and speaks to you. Yes, I'm Lulu.
Take another
I'm Lulu.
swig of wine. Do you have any suggestion for getting from here to there? Sure, down.
Lulu looks over the edge a bit into the distance and then looks back at you and says, "If only you had wings, I would. But you, do you have magics? Maybe can you float?"
Not that I'm aware of, and frankly, I don't think here is the place to test whether or not something like that would kick in.
Lulu floats up to the chain and kind of touches her trunk to it and then pulls it back immediately and says, "The chains are too hot too, but maybe if you go very fast, it won't be too bad."
Are you suggesting we slide down the chain as fast as possible?
Lulu looks at the chain for a moment and then back at you again and says, if you can hold your grip, it's very hot. But if you could fly, that'd be so much better.
Hey, what is the fucking chain touching fire or something? Can we see why it's so hot, or is it just magic?
The chain is not touching fire, but the metal looks like something you've never seen before.
Oh, magic metal. Damn it.
DM, I got a question.
Sure.
What would... Okay. So, I have two kind of methods of asking the same question, more or less, here. So I have a spell called Armor of Agathis, which surrounds me in spectral frost. That gives me 10 temporary hit points. And then I have, of course, Ray of Frost. What would the logistics look like if I were to try and coat the underside of my boots in ice and frost and try and, like, Tony Hawk grind my way down this chain while,
dude,
like,
fucking ice board.
holding on to, like, I'm assuming this chain is like, it's essentially like 4 things and like molten core almost, like you walk on one side of that chain. So if I were to hold on to the big center part of it and then just like ice grind down, what would that look like?
So what you're saying is really clever, and that would negate any fire damage because you'd be negating it with your ice. It's not necessarily a side chain like with a flat surface you could grind down. There's quite a few bumps along the way. And what you're saying, though, you could do this. This is possible. But it would involve some dex checks, and it would not be pretty to fail them in the duration.
Jamie, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Can I kind of tell what the chains are used for? Are they just there? What are they there for? What are they attached to?
It looks like one end's like super attached to the side of this crust of what used to be back in the normal realm, instead now attached to El Terrell. And the other side seems to be just directly attached to the ground and a good distance away.
It doesn't look like it's part of something. Maybe like a fucking... I'm trying to go for if it's like... Because there's just like... Is this the only chain here?
No, there's multiple chains all around the city.
I'm trying to see if there's like some sort of maybe... Used to be part of it. What are those things called? They're like those fucking... What are they called? Tram?
Like a monorail?
Yeah, not a monorail, but like...
Like a ski
pulley
lift type
system
deal?
thing. Yeah, something like that.
Well, definitely not. The sole purpose of these chains, it looks like, is to, as you've felt the few earthquakes and seen El Terrell sink slightly, seem to be dragging it down into the river Styx.
Oh. I want to touch my rapier to it and see how hot it gets.
Okay. Everyone sees Stab take out a rapier or silvered rapier?
Regular.
His regular rapier and just place it to the metal. And your rapier is now just laying on the metal. Looks like the blade is, after maybe like 30 seconds, starting to glow a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna withdraw it.
I'll take one last swig of the wine, cork it, put it back in my bag, and I'll walk back up over to Elgin and Doya and Stab. Say, I have kind of a wild idea for how I could potentially get myself down to the bottom. It's an all or nothing type of strategy, if you will.
You think it's
Okay.
safer than the watery spear or an air elemental?
I would say it's about on par.
What is your plan?
I'm gonna take just 2 fingers and lick it and just hold them up in the air. I want to. Is the wind blowing in any certain direction?
Not a specific direction. It seems to be lightly pushing out of the city. Not by much. It's definitely an uncomfortable breeze. As you're reminded how hot and airy this place is.
Okay, so we're in Memphis. Roger.
Ooh. Sick Memphis burn, bruh.
I'll turn back to Doi and say, there's risks for all of our options, and I don't feel that we could just sit here for much longer and deliberate what the safest way to get down, considering we're already in hell, and we're talking about jumping off the edge of a city that was dragged to hell for some reason, which is now floating up above the river Styx, as well as a 1,000-year blood war between devils and demons. I feel like safety is... I don't feel like OSHA's going to come and fine us.
Is Osha a friend of yours?
Just, she's fine. She's fine. But
Yeah,
my
she
point
is.
being is, I don't believe that there is a foolproof way that I can see, at least, of getting down. And suppose we just at some point have to take the risk.
Well, if you think you can get down this chain, that's one of us, but I don't think Muscles here with his armor is going to be able to do it very quickly.
Ooh.
What about his friend on his back? What does he have to
That's-
say?
The one person we haven't really talked to about this.
I don't think he'd have much to offer, but we can try. Gargwath.
I am listening.
Do you know of a safer way we could get down this chain?
Have you already forgotten the power I grant you? A mere heated chain is nothing to us. You can endure it. The rest, perhaps not so lucky. The ice wizard stands a chance. Your forgetful druid, maybe. Your thief, who knows?
Aw. He didn't offend me. Wait, did I hear that?
Yeah, it's all in your heads right now.
I was like, aw. Yeah, forgetful druid, take that.
Forgetful Drew's probably going to save your ass tomorrow.
Hey, I was thinking that, so you didn't hear it.
You said it out loud.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Well, be that as it may.
Oh, well, you're forgetful. You
Yes,
forget.
some of us, will have an easier chance. But do you know of a way that all of us could make that trip safely?
Safely. Impossible.
Then I'll ask you one even better. Lulu apparently used to be one of Zariel's, I guess, weapons, mounts, pet, something. How is that possible?
Regretful it is to say. Even I don't know.
Hayes, did you tell us your plan to grind that fucking rail?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I'm gonna ask as Stab. Hey man, what you stretching for? What are you doing? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to try and get down this cursed chain as quickly as possible. And
Oh man, how you gonna do that?
as I say that, I'm going to take my left hand and conjure ice and frost and run it along the bottom side of my boot, and then do the same thing with my right hand across my left boot. And then I'm going to just keep a thin layer of frost on my hands themselves and start walking over towards the chain.
Hold on. I want to put my shoulder on Hayes and be like, "Hey man, don't drink and grind. You've been drinking. It's not a good idea."
I have yet to hear one that's less dangerous. And the other options so far have all remained entirely out of my control. So, I'm going to throw my hands completely to fate. This at least ensures that I have some level of control over that.
Nah, man, being safe is good. You know, you gonna fall into the yucky waters down there. It's gross. You don't want that.
Well, if anything I've read is true, if I fall into the yucky water down there, chances are I won't even survive long enough to know that I've fallen in it.
Oh man, you're so depressing right now. Anyways, what's with this metal? It's not. Is this like magic metal?
It's real
What's
hot.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm gonna continue walking towards the chain.
Lulu actually calls out to you,
Alright.
Hayes, and starts shouting, Hayes! Hayes, wait! Wait!
I'll stop and turn.
If you're going to slide down, everyone else needs to go too. If you go
I don't
alone,
like that shit.
what if something attacks you? What if you're all by yourself?
This is a thought that has crossed my mind, but we have to go down.
And I'll go.
This is where our path takes us. So I'm not able to cover everybody in frost. So this is the method that I can get down with.
Then, before all this goes down, I'm gonna actually take my kind of start rubbing my hands together before everybody starts trying to do whatever they're about to do. I'm just gonna kind of. And I'm just gonna start praying on everybody, and I'm gonna cast bless. And let's see, I think, yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna cast this at level 2, and so that way we can hit everybody. So everybody's got a D4 to their savings throws, because I know we're about to have to roll some shit.
I'll just approach the edge. I'm not gonna walk off just yet. I'll turn back to Doya and say, what are you going to do?
I just need some time to prepare the spell. I can do it. I can get us all down. But I need time.
You need time to prepare which spell?
How much time are we talking?
I was expecting to go into combat today. I was not expecting to jump off the side of a mountain, so the spells I've prepared for today are not of much use here. In the morning, I'll be ready.
Oh, I thought we were jumping now.
I am jumping now.
Well, then screw it. The prayer that I
Whoa.
just said is only going to last for another minute. We're going to
Shit.
do this. We need to do it now. We either wait for Doya to get his spelly books in order, and we rest here and hope no one attacks us, or we just do it now, maybe die. Either way, our chances of survival are equally as screwed.
Lulu looks very nervous.
Lulu, what do you think we should do? What do you think is smarter, Doya's bubble, or us sliding down this chain?
I don't know. Sticking together is always best.
Lulu said that we should figure out a way to sprout wings and glide down. That would be the safest way.
Can you form wings out of your ice?
Absolutely, yes. I just learned that right now.
Wait a minute.
How handy.
Wait a minute. Lulu, you have been learning new abilities. You've been regaining abilities you once held. Is there not some way that your memory could be jogged to remember how you were able to make yourself big enough for Zariel to ride you as a mount into combat?
Maybe. Most likely. But how would we do that?
I refreshed the frost on the bottom of my boots.
Hold on, Hayes. I got an idea. Hayes, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you cool this chain with your ice magic?
The whole thing.
Not the whole thing. I just need enough for us to climb down. And as you move, can you cool the chain? Just the particular section we're all grabbing.
I don't know. Let me ask Jesus. DM, can I do that?
I would say with your cantrips and spells, since you have a few ice moves, I believe, if you all stuck closely together while climbing down, as long as you fully dedicate your actions to the area of chain you're on, it would negate the fire effect.
Jane, don't forget it's metal, Jamie, so it can conduct. Well, it's like a fucking heat sink.
The conductor.
I
Which
think
means,
he's talking
like,
about physics.
I'm talking about if he cools one chain, they're all touching, so it'll spread the cool.
So that's
you know what I'm saying?
correct. Yes, that small area
Okay.
will be a-okay.
Thermodynamic.
You move like 25 feet away, though, it gets hot as hell again.
We'll just have him climb in the middle.
Well, I think the ones who don't have, out of, metagaming here, those who don't have fire resistance should probably stick closer.
You all have fire resistance? Like talking about, oh, those people that don't have fire resistance. Oh, stab.
Well, out of character, I know that Hayes has fire resistance. And I have fire resistance, and if Doya uses his spells in such a way, or if he has certain spells prepared, he too can have fire resistance.
All right,
I think
cool. Let's
Yeah,
surface
for the
area.
morning.
Just fucking protect my hand. I'm like 100% meat. So like, save my hands, man.
You know what? I'm going to. Can I do this? I'm going to cast guidance on Lulu and ask her to remember.
There you go.
Think very hard, Lulu.
Wait a minute. I'll back you up on this one. You cast guidance. I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Oh.
And maybe between the two, maybe something good will happen.
I'll cast Ray of Frost on the bottom of my boots again.
Maybe you should start working on the chain. Just
Yeah, I mean,
start cooling it.
I'll cast it on my boots and I'll just start sliding my boot across the bottom of the chain that I can walk on right there, just kind of back and forth.
Start prepping like the first 20 feet because
Yeah.
this isn't going to go well.
Show me the Zone of Truth spell as well, please.
Let's see.
I know what it does. It's just so we got it.
Yeah. Here, it's in there.
Okay.
I don't think Lulu's being deceptive, but
No.
maybe maybe it would maybe it could potentially enhance Lulu's ability to maybe realize what they don't realize. I don't know. I'm spitballing here at this point.
Doya, you grant Lulu some guidance. And Elgin, you throw a zone of truth to hopefully where she's not guessing what she says must be the truth, unless she's trying to lie, which you strongly doubt's the case.
Yeah.
When you both cast the stuff on her, she looks at you both and says, "Okay, I'll do my best. What should I think of?"
Think of when you rode out into battle. What did Zariel tell you before you did?
When I rode out into battle. Okay. She closes her eyes tightly and starts squinting them hard, as you can see her just slightly shaking with the amount of intense focus she's trying to do right now. Let's see something here. She thinks and thinks and thinks, and she starts speaking. I was big. I could fly with her and fight, and then she opens her eyes quickly and says, "I remember something. I remember."
Hey.
And she starts flying up in your faces out of the zone, just chanting repeatedly, "I remembered. It actually." And then she pauses for a moment and says, I don't know if this will help, but I did remember." And then she looks at you, Doya, and casts Bless.
Well, it's a start.
Oh, that's fucking cool. You can
I
use
start
magic
frosting
elves
up the
now.
chain. I
Wait a
start
second.
frosting up the chain.
Okay, Lulu, you remember blessings being put on you?
She nods profusely. "I remember how you always blessed us whenever we went into combat."
And the gods above and in the soil below us, maybe they will bless us as well. And I'll cast bless back on her and see what happens.
Okay, you cast Bless on her, and a little aura illuminates on her as it did to you when she blessed you. And she just kind of does a quick twirl and nods happily, but nothing else changes.
Mega evolve. Lulu, I believe in you.
Nothing else changes?
Nothing else changes.
I am going to again cast guidance on her and go, Lulu, think. There must have been some word, some phrase.
She looks at you and says, I'll try again, and closes her eyes tightly once more.
Zone of Truth is still there.
Imagine enemies spread out as far across the battlefield, far as the eye can see, and Zariel commanding you to carry her off into combat. Just imagine.
She thinks and thinks and thinks, squinting those eyes as hard as she can, mumbling quietly, straining. And then stops, panting, and says, my head hurts.
Aw, you guys are pushing her too much. Poor little thing. Is Lulu naked?
I
What
guess
is she
so.
wearing?
Yeah, she's just a little tiny flying elephant, it looks like.
How do I make the fucking icon bigger?
Use your right click to find the token up here and just mouse wheel in.
No. You did a way where I could like, you're like,
You mean
here's what the enemy looks
like
like.
this?
Oh yeah, that's what.
You got a little mohawk.
So it doesn't. Yeah, she does. She didn't have like a little saddle on her or something. Anything?
Mm-mm.
Just completely armed with nothing.
She got tusks.
Nope.
And a new spell.
No. No amulets, no artifacts, nothing.
Nope.
Well,
No
Do your
grill.
best, Lulu.
No, nothing.
You
Literally
try.
nothing on her other than her body.
What about, does she look like fillings?
No.
I think it's safe to say we should go ahead down this chain.
Okay. How did the ice work against the chain, buddy? How did, is that going well? Shit, I want to burn my hand.
I've been frosting up the chain.
I'm gonna touch the chain
During
next to him.
this exchange.
It looks like, Hayes, when you've been frosting up the chain, it covers about a good, you're actually able to cool off a good 20-foot distance up and down the chain.
How tall am I?
I don't know, how tall are you, Stab?
Like 8 foot?
You 8 foot? Okay, Stab has been towering over y'all this whole time. You had no idea.
Nah, man, I know how tall I am. I'm like 5.
I know how tall I am. You don't tell me how tall I am.
But you don't know.
All right, cool. I got monkey feet. Let's do this. Wait, how did it feel? How did it feel, Jamie? Did I touch it or not?
You tell me. Are you going to go touch the chain where he's cooling it off?
Yeah.
When you walk up near Hayes and put your hand on the chain, it feels warm. Very warm. But it doesn't hurt.
Oh, this is perfect, man. Look at that. Look at that. Notes. You know?
I'd like to
We're
go
good.
ahead and grab from my bag of holding my 50 feet of rope, tie it to myself, and hold up the other end and go, any takers?
You better turn to a mouse when you fucking fall if you're tethered to me. Why don't you just make yourself real small? I'm real good at climbing. Get in my pocket. Shit. Or ride Lulu down.
I can't commit to that. If my focus is to be entirely upon keeping this chain cool to the touch, so that we can all traverse it, can't risk you falling off and being tied to me.
I don't think we can risk
what
you
happened to
falling
Spider
off.
Doya? What happened to Spider Doya? Spider Doya, get on the back of Lulu.
Hey, that will get me down, but what about the rest of you?
Yeah,
We'll be
but
on the-
that doesn't fix our problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's less people to worry about. You got Spider Doya on fucking Lulu. Could be like a little sentry, guard us. As we
Wait a minute,
fucking
wait a minute,
bust
wait a minute,
down.
wait a minute.
Stab, are you insinuating that we do an every man for himself way down the chain? If
No.
that's the case,
No. That's
slide my way down. Doya can be a spider. Elgin can just walk down, and that leaves you to do what?
I'm not saying every man for himself. I'm saying to get you focused on the chain, you can just fly around us on top of Lulu and just like fucking shoo the bad guys away. You know what I mean?
As a
You're
spider?
almost onto something, Stab, and I don't know if you realize it. Doya, you can transform into animals of nature.
Quite a few. But I have not flown in quite a few years. I don't think I can do it right now.
You
Would it be
can-
dangerous to try?
Tie yourself to me.
Can you turn yourself into a house cat, and then we can rope you to Lulu? And she can take you around, and you slash at anything that comes at us.
I think I'd have better luck with the spider than the house cat, but yes. I've done it more recently.
Have you ever fought a house cat? It's not easy.
And there's water below us, so cat's probably right out.
If you think that's water below us, I've got a bridge to sell you in El Terrell.
Does it take us down?
I don't think
You stare at him.
On that note, Elgin is going to begin walking towards the chain and prepping to go down it.
I'm gonna go to I'm gonna elbow Hayes, be like, hey buddy, is this a lot of pressure on you, man? Think you could do this all the way down? It's a long way.
It's An insurmountable amount of pressure. Yes.
Well, I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it.
There's no
Best
other
friend
option
bracelet.
at this point.
Best friend bracelet. Yeah, best friend.
I clink bracelets with them.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm going to go
If I
ahead
was-
and
I think I'd
untie
help
the
you
rope.
out.
I'm going to give it some stab. Here you go, sir.
Oh,
This
cool.
might help
I'll-
you on the way down. Maybe you might
Alright.
find a moment where you need it. And I will hand him the 50 feet of rope.
I will
Just in
turn
case
it
you wanna-
into an. Yeah. So I'm gonna tie it into a noose, tie it to the chain. So if I fall, I'll die from strangulation instead of being poisoned.
No, Stab, tie to me. Tie to me.
Lulu, I'm like 50 pounds, 150 pounds, man. I don't know.
I don't think I can carry you, but I can at least not let you fall and go splat.
Okay, Lulu. Okay. I'm gonna tie it to Lulu.
After I've feasibly gotten the first like 20 to 25 feet of chain relatively cool, and seeing this rope interaction, I'm gonna take a similar route, and I'm gonna take the rope and just quickly tie it around my own waist, and then toss the rope over the side, and I'll conjure my mage hand. I'll
Oh, I
reach
forgot I
up
had one of those.
and grab the rope and bring it back up to me, and I'll tie it in a knot to where I'm essentially, I have a rope that's around the whole chain where if I fall, at least it'll catch me. Even if the rope burns, it'll give me a few seconds of like, it'll give me at least a little bit of time to do any kind of last actions that I might try and do.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Can I lift myself with the mage hand? Can I just grab the chain with my mage hand and climb it that way?
The mage hand can only, I think it can pull like 5 pounds total. It might give you like a
it's very
slight
weak.
delay, but it definitely can't lift you or other things up that easily.
It
What if I
cannot carry
told
any
you-
more than 10 pounds.
There you go. How long is your rope also, Hayes?
50.
Okay, so the first 50 feet you'll have that extra boost or safety.
Well, I mean, I'm taking the entire length essentially. Let's call it. I'd say
You gotta
'cause I pulled the
slinky it.
slack up. Yeah, I'm basically, if I'm again, and I know this isn't the case here, but if you think about if you're walking down the chains in Blackrock Spire, right?
Mhm.
I'm standing on one side of the chain. I've wrapped the rope and tied it in a knot around my waist. I've thrown the rope on the opposite side of the chain, pulled it up underneath with my mage hand, almost
Okay.
making a loop, and then tied it back in a knot around. So if I fall, I'll still be probably sliding down the chain, hanging underneath it, but it'll give me a chance to do maybe one or two last minute
Recovery.
before I fall
Okay.
into the river Styx.
I got what you're
Can the
doing
rope
now.
withstand the heat?
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, probably not, but it would
Okay.
at least, for a moment, stop it.
You keep that rope cool too, buddy. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I don't know. All right. I'm ready. Let's do this, guys.
I think the spider idea will work. Lulu, are you ready for a rider?
Sure.
Elgin,
And
man, the
I-
heat don't bother you.
I'll be fine. The sooner we do this, the sooner we can end this turmoil.
Damn, man, you got more muscle than nerve endings.
The fire never bothered him anyways.
It does not. So, are we gonna do this or what?
Let's do it. Do it.
All
And
right.
I'll start. I'll let them lead the way, and I'll kind of be behind, sort of icing and frosting the chain as we continue.
Okay.
All
so
right,
you-
Lulu. If
I'm
anybody
with Hayes.
attacks them, we'll have to defend them from the air. Are you ready?
ready as I can be. Are you ready?
Yes, and I'm going to leap at Lulu and turn into a spider in midair and land on her.
Like Mario? Did you do the Mario leap?
She watches you transform midair and land on her, and she's still just fluttering in the air. She didn't.
Oh,
flinch or
you know, be
anything.
so funny. And she's like, ah, a spider!
He just goes over the edge. No, we're not. No, he's okay and lands on Lulu, who also has a rope tied to her right now, connected to your step.
Hey,
I'm gonna die
So,
with stab.
what is the marching order?
I am last, whatever it is.
I'm
I'll
closest
take
to
first.
Haze.
Okay.
I'm
and we
within the
have
20
Elgin up
radius
front,
of Haze.
and we'll have Spider, Doya, and Lulu kind of floating to the side. Okay. So, are you all entering? Are you all going onto the chain?
Wait, before we do
Mhm.
it, Jamie, how long does the chain look?
How long does it
Like
look?
700 feet? Something.
700 feet?
Looks very.
We looked like we
very
were
long.
600 feet in the air, so if you want to do like some right angle math, pretty long.
Yeah, do some math. You got it.
All right, let's do
Figure
it.
it
Let's
out.
do it. Let's do it.
600 feet in the air, and then it's like a 80-degree angle, and then it slopes into like a 45, and then into like a 20.
Oh, so wait, you're saying the chain isn't 600 feet. We're just 600 feet off the ground.
Correct.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's the height. How far is the coast to us? I'm trying to
Might have
find.
like a laser measure they're using.
We got height. And now I need this so I can get the hypotenuse. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I don't worry about it.
I'm going down.
my guess is my guess is the book doesn't give all the geometrical calculations.
Whatever. That's a Doya question, anyways.
That is a Doya question.
Stupid Doya. Fucking fancy
Doya.
ass math. Math boy.
3 of my 8 legs wave at you.
All
Yes,
right.
DM, we
You
are
better-
we
you
are
better
approaching
protect my
the
fucking ass.
chain, and I am letting everybody kind of load up onto the chain in front of me, and I'm trying to keep the area in our vicinity cool.
Okay.
And that is my main focus.
I'm gonna hold in my farts just because he's being such a bro.
Hayes starts channeling his frost magic into the chain, which, given enough time, cools off the area you're in. You slowly start descending. And I'll say the amount of time it takes to cool the chain off, Hayes, isn't too long. You guys could go maybe 15 feet around at this speed without getting to the hot zone. So it'll take a bit to get down, but you guys all get on the chain and start climbing down. You are now dangling above the river Styx and the landscape of Avernus itself as you're climbing. You all make your way slowly down this chain, gripping tightly to it. It should be burning you, but thanks to Haze, it's just very, very warm. Almost too hot, but just under. At least for you, Stab. Haze and Elgin, it's more lukewarm because they're a little, they deal with fire a bit better. As you're climbing down, you can see much more clearly the battle raging below. You see ships in the water actually firing upon one another as you're descending. You can only hope that nothing shoots or spots you as you're descending. Stab, make a perception check.
Okay.
Also, I'll
Give me
say
1 second.
Doya too.
Ooh, thank you, Doya.
Okay, Stab, you are full focused on this chain, kind of just gripping to it, shimmying down as quickly as you can, but not too fast, as Elgin's ahead of you. Spider Doya, you can
Slow
see there are actually winged foes battling one another. It looks like perhaps you fought quite a few of these, maybe some spine devils flying about with huge forks in their hands, stabbing at what looks similar to quasits that you've ran into before. Most recent one that you interrogated down the ossuary. There seems to be an air battle waging. A small pack of those spine devils is looking your direction, however, and flying straight towards you. What would you like to do?
I will tap Lulu on the shoulder in the direction that is occurring in.
Okay, you tap, you kind of scratch on her shoulder as best as a spider can. I guess it's kind of like an annoying itch. And she kind of turns her head back towards you in the same direction. and sees these spine devils beelining towards you. She shouts, incoming! Incoming! To the... And she looks around, just yells, this way! And as all of you look, you can see these spine devils booking right towards you. And I'm going to take us over to what that looks like. This is what you guys currently look like in the air.
Oh shit, that chain is huge.
It is huge. These spine devils are heading right for you. Stab and Elgin, you have a chance to take an action before we go into combat. I guess Doya as well, since you noticed it. Hayes, you are fully focused on icing this chain currently.
That's
So,
my action.
Just launching a sacred flame at one? All right. Which one?
I'll take. You know what? I'll take the closest. This will be that one.
Okay, so he's going to make a dexterity save.
Do you have time to use the restroom real quick?
Yeah, you got time. Oh, he crit fails. All right. This, what else can that do? You know what? That'll actually fuck with his flight a bit. As he fails this save, this radiant energy just appears out of nowhere in the air and slams into his body. As he does, he kind of twirls a bit and slams into this chain link a little bit lower. He's going to take a bit extra damage. 4. Ooh. You can take a total of 14 damage here, so this guy got hurt pretty bad. But just starts flapping and shaking his head, kind of shaking off the accidental collision and the radiant energy damage he just took as he regains his composure and gets ready to strike at you. Stab and Doya, you have an opportunity for something as well right now.
You go first, Doya.
Doya will pull out his spider-sized aviation goggles and prepare for aerial combat, because I got nothing else right now.
Okay. You put on little spider goggles. Lulu just kind of... She's actually going to float back more towards the chain, too, just to be safe.
All right. How thick is this chain? Can I, like, balance on my feet?
Yeah, kinda. I wouldn't say it's wet or anything. It is still very, very hot to the touch. But you can kind of stand on certain intervals. Like with where you're at right now, you can kind of... Like if you were right here, your foot would be in a crevice of 2 angles meeting. So you could balance on that, yeah. But you still need to be hanging on.
What about this crevice right here?
You're right on top of one right now. Like right where you are. Yeah.
Okay. So I could stand up there comfortably? Even though I have like... No,
comfortable is a strong word. You can stand up there for a moment and have enough balance to do something.
Shit. How much... This metal is heavy, right? So it's not... And there's not too much slack on it, but it wouldn't be swaying a lot, would it?
No.
Okay. I don't want to get my fucking bow out. I just want to get... I'm going to stick close to Hayes, and I'm just going to make sure he's defended with my rapier. I'm just going to get my rapier out. Just one silver one.
Okay, so one thing you can do is you can hold your action for a specific set of circumstances. So in this situation, would you say you're holding your action if something gets close enough to stab?
Something get close enough to Hayes. He's my Iceman.
Hey, specifically. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And on that note,
and I'm gonna look back and I'm just like, you just focus on keeping this chain cool, all right, buddy? Cool.
I'm so focused. Yes. Uh-huh.
I'll get you a water when we reach the ground, okay?
Let's go ahead and enter some official combat here. Put your tokens into initiative and roll it.
Shit, how do I do that?
Click your token.
I know.
Okay, you got it.
Did I do it? And then initiative.
There you go.
There we
got
go.
It.
Ooh, damn. Elgin rolled high.
Okay, Elgin, you would be first up on this tracker. So immediately as you start your turn, you fired off a sacred flame at one of these and knocked it kind of senseless. You now see it floating a little bit below you. And as you look, you can actually see more of these winged creatures fighting other winged creatures in the air. It looks like a couple of them have looked your way, but you can't tell if they're breaking off or not or heading towards you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stay the course, and I'm gonna fire another sacred flame
Same
at
target?
this guy.
All right. He fails again as he takes 4 more radiant damage. The moment he regained himself, looks like he's about to charge again. Another just small globe of radiant energy just envelops him as he gets shocked again for 4 more damage. He's still in the air, though.
I'm going to, and having just done that, I'm not standing idle. I'm going to keep moving. Let's see.
You can go 15 feet safely.
15 safely? Okay. So then, yeah, that's what we'll do. Bam. There. And
Now, keep in mind also, you can climb 15 feet safely, so I'm not going to have you make a check to fall off the chain. However, the distance from the safety of the coldness that Hayes is channeling is 20 feet.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
And then and you know what? Just for shiggles, I'm gonna use my bonus to give myself divine favor.
Divine favor.
And then that's it.
Weapon has selection 1d4. Okay. So you go ahead and get ready your mace, give it a little extra holy juice to smack something. That is going to bring us to Spider Doya.
Spider Doyle will prepare as an action. It will be to bite anything that comes in range of Lulu's flying.
Okay. So you hold your action ready to strike the first enemy that approaches, or gets within range, we'll say that, near Lulu. Which will actually bring us to Lulu, who looks at all these winged things approaching and starts shouting, "No! No, go away! Let us go down! Just leave! Go away!" As she holds her action as well and lowers her face where her tusks are aimed out so she can poke something that comes near her.
Yeah, get him, Lulu.
Stab. It is officially your turn.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna try out something. Give me 1 second.
I missed one of these guys. I didn't put you in there. He'll go next.
All right, Zimbabwe. I want to cast this. Cast Shadow Blade. Bring that shit out. Yeah. So I could have a really cool weapon. Be really cool. Hayes, I'm gonna save you, and I'm gonna look cool doing it.
Okay, so
Okay.
Is it like a shadowy sword or a dagger, or what's it look like?
It's a shadowy dagger
Okay,
that deals finesse.
you form a shadowy dagger in your offhand, ready to strike again anything that approaches as you use your bonus action for it. What are you using your primary action as well?
So I can do this and do another action?
That is correct, because this is a bonus action.
Okay. According to this, I can throw this dagger and then have it reappear in my hand. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Well, no, actually... Oh, yeah, you can, because it's at the end of your turn it dissipates. So sure, you want to throw it?
So I could have it ready for the next turn, right?
Yeah, it would just be right back in your hand at the end of your turn.
All right, I'm going to aim for this. Where's this guy looking?
He's looking right at you.
Damn it. Okay. I'm just going to go and just fucking go for the eye.
Okay, go ahead and make a... I guess that's finesse. That'd be a dexterity attack. So yeah, just make the attack roll.
Shit.
Plus your dex.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do I click on? Shit. I see the cast. Do I have to do a dice?
Let me see if I can do it from your sheet too. See how that works.
I see the spell slot too.
Did you click cast on VTT? Is that how you got it there?
Oh. I think so. No, yeah. I already cast or did the cast.
So that would be the damage if it hits. I don't see the attack roll on the spell though. That's kind of strange. Okay, well to get around that, go ahead and type this in. /roll 1d20 plus 6.
Is
Let's
6
roll
my finesse modifier?
6 is your dex mod and your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so Dex would be +6.
Well, dex will be +3 and your proficiency will be +3, equaling 6.
Oh, okay.
Finesse just means you can use your dexterity instead of your strength when striking with the weapon, like either or. All right, let me see. You were shooting at this guy, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you hurl this shadowy dagger as it twirls in the air right at this guy, and Rise is about to hit him. He pushes his wings down and kind of glides around your dagger, doing a little 360 motion, still coming at you.
Okay. When could I reappear it? Reform it in my hand.
As soon as your turn ends.
Okay. Well, end of turn.
Okay. And
Dagger in my hand.
as soon as you see that you miss, you kind of curse under your breath as the dagger reforms in your left hand. And that will take us to that spined... Actually, yep, that spined devil that you tried to throw at. He starts swooping in fast, but stops right at the last moment. As you see his tail lash all the way out and kind of cock back a bit and then swing your way twice. As he is launching his tail spines at you, and he's going to do it twice. Do both of those hit?
Just the 19.
It's 19, okay. So the first set, you just kind of clang right on the chain next to you, almost slamming into your hand. The second set, however, pierces right into your shoulder for 10
Oof.
total damage. A little bit of it being fire damage. And as soon as all that hits you, I need you to make an athletics savings throw.
Hey, I'm good at that.
Athletics, not acrobatics. Oh, you're good at that. Jeez, strong ass throw. Okay, so as soon as that hit your shoulder, your grip almost loosened a little bit, but you held on tightly to those chains, refusing to let go.
I'm gonna take half that damage, by the way.
Using your...
Uncanny dodge.
Is that a bonus action, Uncanny Dodge?
It's a reactive action.
Oh, reaction. Okay, yeah, you have that damage.
Were you quizzing me, or were you serial?
Oh, well, I mean, I'll never answer that. You just have to guess. I'm always testing, okay?
Fucking cheeky motherfucker.
That's going to take us to the next Spine Devil, which is the one you've been picking on, Elgin. It's actually going to fly right into your face, which will... Actually, you didn't hold your action to swing. You cast on it. You just readied your weapon.
Yeah.
He is flying right by you to try and bite you and then stab you with his fork.
All right.
First, he comes in with his teeth. I truly don't know if that hits you.
That does not hit me.
Okay, and as he does, you get you kind of turn your shoulder just a bit to where he more so just scrapes the shield. And as soon as he realizes his bite didn't connect, his fork comes around to your side, which he's just not able to pierce through your defenses. And then he continues flying past you, using his flyby as he scoots out of your range.
All right.
That's going to be the end of his turn. Hayes.
I'll kind of make my way up a little further up the chain, and I'm essentially just concentrating my entire ray of frost, whatever, on keeping the area around us cool.
Thanks, dude. I'll be your meat shield. You just use me.
All right.
End of turn.
You keep moving down the chain and keep on frosting it, keeping it safe. That'll take us to another Spine Devil that will move up a little bit and see Lulu floating in front there, and he's going to cock his tail back and start throwing out some spines from it. The first set, Lulu's able to kind of skirt out of the way a bit, but the second set slams directly into her chest, dealing 19 total damage.
Damn. Hey, can I ask a quick noob question?
Of course.
All right, this has nothing to do with me, but if I were to turn into like an animal, can I still like cast magic and shit? Or would it be like messed up or some shit? You know what I mean?
That's a better question for Doya. I don't think you can unless you have some unique druid feature. But Doya,
If you
Can
have
you,
an
like-
ongoing spell, it stays going, but you can't cast magic in wild shape.
Okay. I was like, just fucking cast Cure Wounds on that. It's like, that's cool. A spider that casts Cure Wounds while it's on me.
that would be really cool.
Yeah.
That is going to be the end of that Spine Devil's turn, as it kind of just stays at a little bit of a distance. Ready. It looks like the more spines on its tail are already starting to protrude, like it's preparing another strike. That'll be the end of.
Suppose you can make it so we can see Lulu's health. It's of great importance to me.
Oh, I thought you could. Hold on. Yeah, you should be able
Oh,
to see.
never mind, I can. It's
Oh.
just kind of hard with myself on top of her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Lulu's riding Doya.
at the beginning of round 2, Elgin, you can kind of see it from the other side. As that group you saw, you thought looked up at you. Two of them do seem to be flying up your way. Looks like from the lower end of the chain. However, you also see what looks like a Quasit beelining towards one of them as it slams into this Spine Devil, and both of them go twirling towards the ground, just kind of biting and clawing at one another. It's only one's booking at you right now. Speaking of which,
Okay.
Elgin, you're up.
Well, I'm just gonna keep the party going. So, actually,
Oh!
let's do.
Where's Hayes? 5'10". Okay, I'll say you're still in the cool range of Hayes.
All right, let's see. Bam! Sacred Flame on this asshole.
All right. He needs to make a dexterity save, which he fails as another beam of radiant energy just slams into him, enveloping his body until it becomes a bright, pleasant yellow glow and then turns to ash.
Ooh. Well, then, if that is the case, 10. I'm actually gonna kind of double back just a little bit. 5, 10, 15. There. Okay. And kind of, I guess, posting up by a little closer to Lulu. And just being in position for the next attack.
Okay. And that's going to bring us to Spider Doya. I have
Spider
a Spider
Doya,
token,
like-
don't I?
You do.
Why don't we have him out? Let's get Spider Doya out here. He's
You
a
make
little
it the
guy.
same size as Lulu. There we go.
Oh, that's a cute one. Cute little spider.
I guess, can you... I'm going to move Doya's token way out of the way so that way we can actually see what's going on.
That's fine.
Bye, Doya.
Okay. So, Spider Doya will, again, prepare a strike against anything that moves within range of Lulu.
Okay. So you ready, little tiny spider fangs right on Lulu's back? Which will actually bring us to Lulu. What's she gonna do?
Actually, question. Can
Yeah,
I
really
tap
quick.
on Lulu and point with one of my 8 legs at something so that maybe we can close the gap and actually get into combat?
I feel like that'd be really hard to convey. So if you want to, I won't give you have you take an action for this. You can try to do a charisma check with disadvantage as a spider. See if she can get the pantomime of pokes on her back.
This is going to go badly.
She has no idea what you're doing on her back. Just kind of poking around, maybe. But she's definitely a little scared given the situation and really worried. What is she gonna do? Oh, she's definitely gonna do this. After that massive wound she took, she closes her eyes and her trunk just lays flatly across her chest there, instead of holding it out like normal, as she casts Cure Wounds on herself. And heals for 11 damage. She then will shout, what should I do? Do I stay near you guys? What do I do? That's gonna be the end of her turn. Stab.
Okay. All right. Stab's a pretty nimble guy. He used to be a piece of shit and steal purses back in his day. So he's gonna do something pretty fucking cool. All right, Jamie, I have my fucking. Oh shit! What did you roll for?
Oh, that guy on the right didn't have initiative, so I'll put him on there. He's gonna go after you.
Great. Anyways, I'm going to have the shadow dagger in my right hand. I'm going to take out my silver rapier and just for a brief second, just start running on the chains. Just running on the chains until I can get close enough. I'm going to stab the shadow dagger right into him. I just want to stab it into him and then leave it there.
Okay, so you
How do I
hastily
do that again?
climb around those chains, and you're gonna, if you're attacking with your shadow dagger first, that's 1d20 plus 6 for an attack roll.
Shit, hold on. Oh, cool. It works just like Terminal. Oh, I'm going to use some inspiration.
That was a good idea. Remember, you all have it.
All right, that's better.
All right, that is gonna hit as you stab into this thing with that shadow dagger. Go ahead and click the damage for it. That should be on the spell, little B next to the... Okay, you stab this thing as he takes 6 psychic damage as this... I don't even know how to describe psychic energy. This purplish hue energy just envelops into his body. Not necrotic, although it can be confused with such, but he takes 6 psychic damage.
Okay. I'm going to leave the dagger stabbed into his body, creating a free hand, and with my bonus action, just slash him as I keep moving with my silver rapier.
Okay, go ahead and slice with it.
Ooh.
All right,
Let
that
me
is
do,
gonna...
do a lucky. Why not? I just
Yeah,
want to hit this
lucky.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Fuck it, nah. Do the 13, Jamie.
Okay, the 13 actually will hit as you go to slash
Get it!
the spine devil, and you barely catch him, but you catch him just enough to where you're able to do 7 damage to him.
All right, cool. And then I'm just gonna jump right back to where I was. And with my free hand, I'm going to regrip the chain.
Okay, you go back with your free hand and kind of shimmy back to your safe spot. And as soon as you stop, you hold open your offhand, and that dagger reforms right into it.
Thank you, Jamie.
All right, that's going to take us to some spined devils, specifically the one you just slashed their stab. As he's going to fly upward a little bit, and C.A. is not focusing on him at all. He's going to cock his tail back and throw out some tail spines. Would you like to react, Hayes?
I guess my question would be, can I react?
So all you're using right now is basically your action, and it's debatable with bonus action. Depends on how much you do with it, but I'll say a little bit of your bonus action. But you still have a reaction, absolutely. Kind of think of it as you're focusing on this chain. As soon as it's coming up, you can hold out a hand and do some shit and go back to work.
Okay, so then what I'll do is the first one that comes in, as it's coming in, I will throw up one of my hands and cast Shield.
Okay, so you hold up a hand quickly as these spikes just sink halfway through your barrier, almost connecting with you. But the next half had much more speed to it, and because of that, sink right through and into you, dealing 6 damage. But technically, Boundary, you're not going to tell me? Oh, the 1d4 was 2 damage. Okay. You said you only take 5 damage because it halves the fire damage.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what fire.
And as soon as those spikes slam into you, I need you to make an athletics, check.
5 damage. And I'm going to use my recap inspiration for this. What kind of check?
Athletics.
Yeah.
Can I
using
grab
my-
him, Jamie, if I see him fall and I'm next to him?
If you have a reaction available, you may have a chance to do that.
Oh shit. Well,
So
he doesn't.
20.
I don't need it.
You don't have to. You take those spikes, but you maintain your grip as you're still cooling this chain and manage to not fall.
Getting stabbed here.
Sorry about that, mate. Can I talk to Lulu whenever I want?
As a free action on your turn, yes, or if she prompts a response, yeah, but not just whenever.
Yeah, I should have talked to her.
All right, that'll take us to this Spine Devil, who looks like he's swooping in quite fast, and as he approaches, he cocks his tail out and starts flinging some spines at you, Elgin. Both of which are going to clang against your armor as you kind of just bunker down, almost go turtle mode, as you just feel the impact of these slamming against parts of your armor that are quite a bit more thick and avoid damage entirely. And that's all he's going to do. Hayes, that'll bring us to your turn.
Okay. In that case, I'm still going to continue focusing on keeping the chain cool, but at the same time, I'm going to take one of my hands off for just a moment and place it on my chest and close my eyes for a moment as I conjure up a thin layer of frost around me as I cast Armor of
Okay, so you armor yourself up, seeing that you're now being struck by these random barbs coming your way, creating ice, cool and change, and now surrounded by chains, and now surrounded by ice. That gives you temporary HP, and I guess it technically heals you for 10 immediately, right?
No, it doesn't heal me for 10. I just have like a
Shield.
10 damage. Yeah, I have a little.
Okay, and it looks like if something tries to hit you, something may happen to it as well, right?
They will. Let's see. If a creature hits me with a melee attack.
Okay, so if anything comes at you, they may take some reflect damage. Got it. End of turn?
End of turn.
Okay. You keep those chains, just still trying to cool them, given your situation's got a little bit more dire here.
And I'll move up.
All right.
Cool.
That'll bring us to another Spine Devil that's going to fly directly towards Lulu again. And it's finally entered your range here, Doya, if you wanted to do something about it. I think you're holding your turn for it.
I would love to bite this guy. Let's go ahead and do that.
Are you like a super spider, or are you just a normal spider?
He's a regular spider. Poisonous. A little poisonous, though. But unfortunately, I don't think... Is it just 1d20 flat?
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, that will miss. As you try to bite in the brief window when this thing gets just close enough to stab at Lulu, unfortunately, you barely miss that window as a fork is being aimed at her. And then a bite. Let's see, I think... Okay, so the fork, Lulu is able to just push her wings and scoot out of the way just barely. And then this thing leans in for a bite, but just misjudges it completely as Lulu's still moving to the side and slams its teeth down the chain. That's right between all of y'all with a crit fail. So I would say Elgin and Stab and Doya. If you want, you can make an attack roll on this thing right now.
Oh. I will.
Yay! Oh, big guy.
And which one was it? It was this one?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay. I actually, you know what? I can hit this guy. And if I'm not mistaken, I get to move.
Is that a feat?
It's one of my new features.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can move up to half my speed immediately.
Nice. Yeah, you can if that's what it says. Yeah, do it.
All
But
right.
that will definitely hit, as will that bite.
All right. So then 5, 10, there we go. And I'm a step here. And it does not provoke attack of opportunity.
Okay, and Doya, when you bite into him, you know that you should have had some sort of poison effect to him as well. It looks like he wasn't phased at all. You get the idea this thing's probably immune to poison. Wait, was
Damn.
your damage completely poison? It wasn't piercing at all?
Wasn't piercing at all. It's all poison.
It looks like you didn't even do anything to him, period.
You see 4 sets of arms just do this.
All right, and that's the end of the Spine Devil that crit failed's turn. That's going to take us to round 3, which cause yet more issues, because there are a few more of these Spine Devils flying in. Looks like directly below you. Except this time, a few Quasits are coming with them. If I could find my Quasits, where the hell did they go? Let's see. Well, I'll get them in a minute. But yeah, 3 more Spine Devils start flying in. And now we'll go back to the top of the round. Elgin, you're up.
All right. Let's see. Fuck it. I'm going to just keep flinging these sacred flames. And I'm gonna direct that one towards this one.
Okay, he's going to have to make a dex savings throw. Which he fails. He will take 9 radiant damage.
All right. And then I'm gonna keep scooting and get about right there. And that'll be my turn.
There they are. Got my Quasits.
Hmm.
Looks like they're pursuing more than anything. That'll take us to Doya. Spider Doya.
Spider Doya is sensing that this fight is going to go rough for us if I stay as a spider. So, how close are we to the chain while we're flying?
Lulu's floating right above the chain right now.
Probably gonna get myself killed. I would like to, as a spider, jump towards the chain.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check.
Does my spider have better acrobatics than me? Probably so.
The Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
He does not have acrobatics. Okay.
Okay, you run to Lulu's tail and leap off onto these chains and land pretty safe and sound in between Stab and Haze.
I'm gonna regret this. As a bonus action, I am going to revert form.
Okay, bring your Doya from the corner back to the chain as you turn back into regular Doya.
And I'm going to cast Call Lightning.
Ooh. Okay, call lightning. Let's read this one. A storm
I need to know a couple of things and I can help you out. Is it
Keep up.
stormy right now?
No.
Gotta
Okay.
keep that lightning away from this chain, boy. No, I'm just kidding. We're cool. It's like birds on a power line, if anything.
So
Is
I
it?
am going to make a 60-foot radius cylinder of cloud appear. Quick question. This is like looking from the side, right?
Correct.
I'm going to make it appear out this way, so that way it's going to be out to the sides.
Where? Can you ping? Oh, up there? Okay. From that point,
go
is it
from
a 60-foot radius?
Yeah, so it's going to go from here all the way off the side towards the other way.
And ping where the center point is, and I can drag a source 60 feet long. Or 60 feet
Let's
out.
make it, I think, about here. I think that was right.
So 5, 10, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55. So, like, this is what it will look like. And let me add an effect to that so you can really see it. Let's see, we will use this, and it's lightning, so give it some blue hue. Give it some intensity. See that? Does that look about right?
Oh, cool.
Oh, damn.
It's Blitzball. Everybody play Blitzball.
So that would be a 60-foot radius from the point you centered on. Is that correct?
That's correct. And I'm going to call down some lightning. Can I call it down here so that it'll hit this guy to our right here, or between us?
Oh, yeah. Getting rid of the short range guys.
Yeah.
You can, but that's going to strike you and Lulu as well, because you're within 5 feet of that target. You still want to do it?
I was asking, can I put like a bolt all the way down, like next to this guy, like over here?
Oh, like over there. It's only within the sphere, or the storm, right? It can't go outside the storm?
It's a 60-foot radius above us, so if this thing is like near us, it should be in range.
That's...
Kind of hard to explain since we're sideways.
Yeah, because you're trying, because the distance will be different if you're trying to look at it from a top-down perspective instead of a side perspective and pick a point. I would argue, just to keep things simple, keep this perspective, don't imagine the other perspective, and simply just move the spell in a different position that you want it to be able to connect in that spot.
Then I guess you can put it like right here, if you can move it to there for me.
Where is your ping? I can't see your ping. Oh, there it is. I see it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll just put it onto this one then, if that's how you're going to rule that.
Yes, or you could do it right there still. And I got a white marker, it's hard to see. And I'll hit Spine Devil. But if you want to target this one, that is fine. It needs to make a dexterity savings throw.
Right, I'm going to do the damage for you now.
All right. Oh, it failed. Woo! All right, so summed up, Doya conjures this huge lightning cloud, similar to a zombie excursion before, except this looks way more potent, as a bolt of lightning zigzags down and strikes this Spine Devil right above you all. And the moment it touches it, it flashes for a moment and just turns to dust.
Cool.
And end of turn?
End of turn. I'm just going to be hanging out here on this chain, freaking out.
Okay. And that'll take us to a Spined Devil, which this one sees you, Elgin, kind of climbing down. He's going to cock his tail back and try to throw some spines your way.
All right.
But still, he can't get past your armors. The first attack just clinks off the side plating of your armor. The second attack hits the chains and misses you outright. And you see him looks like he's kind of slowly skirting down the chains, almost like he's trying to move with you and just machine gun you repeatedly. That's the end of his turn. Now I'll take
Let them try.
to Lulu, who will quickly shout out, Is everyone okay? Does anyone need to be healed?
I think Hayes might need it.
I'm too focused on whatever
I'm gonna
doing
look
right
at
now.
Hayes' shoulder. I'm just gonna be like, I think Hayes is hurt up pretty bad.
Immediately when you say that, she extends her trunk out onto your shoulder, Hayes, and casts Cure Wounds, which heals you for 8.
Feel like kind of like sting a little bit almost. Just thank you.
And that's gonna be the end of her turn. She nods happily at you and then looks back at the foe right in her face. Stab!
All right, Stab is gonna take the opportunity to use the power of friendship and get his sneak attack, and just briefly, for one moment, dual wield with my Shadow Blade and my Silver Rapier. I wish there was a command. Boom. Man, why do I always roll with that? Is that right, Jamie?
Yeah, that's 1d20 plus 6. That would be your Shadow Dagger strike, which will miss.
No.
Even with all these allies?
Actually,
I swear.
Yeah, it'd be a +2 with that, but that'll still miss.
I tried.
Fuck it. Can I do a lucky? Even though I know the outcome.
No, I'm not gonna give it to you this time. You got to call it beforehand if you know the results.
What? I always called it before. That's how I wasted one.
Nope. 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 No. 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 You got to keep going.
Okay, fine. Silver. Let's see. Damn.
That is just barely enough. That'll actually hit. And since you have an ally
Yay.
nearby, you can add your sneak attack damage. As you line your rapier up with this one, completely missing your shadow dagger, it looks like it was about to come in for a bite right afterwards, and you hold your rapier forward and stick it right in this thing's mouth as it pops out the back of its head. It falls limp, almost pulling you down with the weight of it on your blade, but you pull back just in time as you see it falling to its death, lifeless.
All right, and then I'm gonna. Jamie, is this the bottom of the chain right here? Is this ground?
No,
Like all the way?
You guys are suspended high up in the air right now, dangling on this chain fighting.
All right, I'm gonna scoot right back in front of Hayes and say, "Hey guys, let's not let muscles leave us behind too much. We got to keep up." And that's it.
All right. That'll take us to some spined devils, which this one will scoot up quite a bit more. And he's going to try
Shit.
and lob some spines over at you, Stab. Or not Stab.
cool.
I was going to go towards
Aw.
Hayes.
No, you said stab.
Yeah, Jamie, you can't take that shit back.
He's choosing the closest target, which I think the 16 will hit unless you can do something about it.
I throw up another shield. Stab it!
The first set of spikes just cling on the chains near you again. You know you're about to be struck against. You just hold your hand out. You're not even looking, using the shield, and you feel the brunt of these spines just slam against your shield and bounce off. And you can see the spine devil. He's kind of floating around. Looks like he's holding up his fork now a bit more, aimed in your direction.
I hold up a middle finger.
That's going to bring us to a different spine devil. Where is this guy? There he is. He's way down there. This one's flying in fast. And it looks like he's using his momentum to bullet some spines towards you, Stab.
Cool. Miss. Ooh, fuck you.
Okay. The first set of spines just slam on the chains. The second set hits you for 8 damage. And I need you to make an athletics check.
Divided by 2. All right, here's my athletics.
Okay, you
Damn.
maintain your grip. A-okay on them chains.
Man, stab grip is strong. It's like a monkey.
All
All right, I'm gonna
Hayes.
take half that damage.
Yeah, with your uncanny dodge, you take only 4 damage. Hayes, you're up.
Okay, is this a difficult terrain or?
I mean, yeah, kinda. You guys can only go 15 feet on it at a time, so it's pretty much difficult terrain.
Okay, so I'll just say, feel like we need to keep moving.
Yeah,
And I'll,
Jamie.
Mhm.
Since I need to move with Hayes at the same time, so I don't fucking burn my hands. Can my token just travel with him? Or
I'm
no?
only doing the fire damage at the start of your next turn if you're out of range of Hayes, which
Okay.
none of y'all have done yet. Elgin's moved out of range, but Hayes kind of moves within range every time, so he hasn't had to try yet.
Elgin has demon powers.
He does have demon prize.
He
Not immune to the
he likes
flames,
to burn.
but he can deal with them a good bit.
and I'll just, as I'm going, I'm just trying to cover as much area as I can with my frosty goodness. End of turn.
All right.
Your
That's gonna-
frothy goodness.
Uh-huh.
That's going to take us to our last spine devil on the initiative, which will move into range towards you, Doya, and launch some spines your way.
That second one will hit.
The first set just going wild past the change, but the second, did I say the second hit? The first hit going wild past the change. The second hit slamming into your body for 7 damage total. Not near as much as I thought it was going to be. However, I need you to make an athletics check. Okay, still gripping those chains. You're okay. Your grip loosened up a bit, but you tightened back down immediately. And that's the end of
Shit.
the round, which is now going to add our closets to the list.
Better save your inspiration for that grip, boy.
Wow, slow closets. All right, Elgin,
Yes.
you're up.
Well, I guess, yep, this guy right here, he's about to catch it. Actually, I want to try something a little different. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of Sacred Flame. Since he's already injured, I'm going to cast, Toll of the Dead. And he'll
Okay.
have to make a Wisdom save, DC 16 versus 18 necrotic damage.
Okay, I think these guys have an ability to help with that I just discovered here. These guys actually have magic resistance. So he's going to make that savings
Oh.
throw with advantage.
Uh-oh. Fail.
Things just got a little more difficult.
Fail. Fail.
Let's play some blitz ball.
He did fail. As he hears those bells dingling in his head, that horrible, horrible sound as ichor starts coming out of his ears, you kind of see him drop his fork and hold on to his head, almost as like he's trying to stop the sound until his wings just stop flapping and he's still gripping his head as he sinks down below.
Take that, Tommy.
There we go. And with that, 5, 10, I'm going to scoot down another 15 feet down the chain.
Okay. All right. In that case, we're going to Doya.
Well, as an action, keep using the Call of Lightning. Let's see if I can do it with this.
Okay, so he's saving against
The one that shot at me.
15. Which one? That guy? Okay. So he's going to make a dex save against your lightning, which is a magical effect. He will have advantage on it. I think that's I always forget if you meet it's a success. I think it is. So
Meets
you're
beats.
Yeah, meets or beats. That sounds so weird saying. So that lightning zaps right towards this creature, and it looks like he barely just skirts out of the way of the bolt as it sinks past him.
Well then, I guess it's time to keep up with the group, and I will do 15 movement.
Okay, you move down the chain a little bit more. That'll bring us to Lulu, who will fly, and looks like she's trying to guard you a bit, Stab, as she kind of flies in front of you and holds her turn just in case anything comes close. And I'll actually bring us to you, Stab.
Shoot, can I ask her to come with me?
If you want to, sure. Y'all's turns were close
Okay.
enough together.
And be like, Lulu, stand next to this guy so I could get sneak attack.
All right, that's you know what? Yeah, okay. Then yeah, she's near the opponent for you.
All right,
in its
Lulu's
face.
fly next to him so I could get a good hit in. 5, 10, 15. All right, here it comes.
Barely
Here it
hanging on to
comes.
that chain.
Here it comes. It's coming though. Fuck the Shadow Blade, man.
You miss with the Shadow Blade again.
God.
And the rapier slash actually too. As you lean in close with the Shadow Blade, it disappears. You're clinging on to this chain. You just reach out with your rapier to slash, and it's just barely out of your range.
All right. Shit. All right, Lulu, retreat. And we're just gonna jump back and eat meat shields for Haze. Let's see. Fuck. So Doya's pretty close. How close do I have to stay to him? 20?
Within 20 feet of Haze, yes.
I think this one would attack Doya, and I need here. It's gonna stand right here in this
Now,
little crevice.
it will get an opportunity attack if you move out of its range.
Oh shit. I have uncanny dodge, but I don't want to use up my reaction. Are you saying I have disadvantage with my footing being on this crevice?
No, I'd say you're still kind of swinging off the chain. You're rogue. You're dexterous.
Okay.
I'll give that to you.
All right, cool. Give it to me, Jamie. I'm gonna stay here, and then I
Okay.
think he's pretty well guarded. I'm 20 feet away. Yeah.
From Hayes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, and it's going to bring us to 2 spined devils here, starting with the one above Doya, which moves a little bit close to you, Doya, but stays just back enough to launch some more spines your way.
Oh, the second one will hit.
The first set goes wild and actually kind of soars past you, Stab, as you see these spines just right into the distance. The second set, however, will strike you in your side, Doya, for 9 damage. And I need another athletics check. All right, you're still gripping on the chain. You're A-okay. Next up is another spine devil, the one actually in your face, Stab, that's going to try to bite and stab you with its fork. First with the bite, and then with
Ooh.
the fork.
Ooh. Do I get a +1 because Lulu's around it or some shit?
Not the defense. The first bite will hit you. The fork, I think, will miss.
Yeah, the fork misses.
So you will take 7 slashing damage as this thing's teeth rake across you. And I need another athletics check from you.
Do I take 3 or 4 damage if I half it?
We always round down, so you would take 3.
Hold on. Hold on.
All right, I'm holding on.
Hold on.
Rico, chill.
Hold on. Do I want to re-roll that?
Oh god, there's something weird on my dog's nose. But yeah, think about if you want to re-roll it.
Yeah, I'll re-roll it. Fuck it. No, yeah, you fuck it. Yeah. Where is it? There it is. Oh, Jesus! I have one more lucky. Jamie, you piece of shit. I hate you.
I haven't even said anything yet.
Yeah, but you're thinking it. Fuck it, I'll just do the last one. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with that one.
Was that the roll you want to keep?
Yeah.
You out of luckies?
Yeah.
Okay, you maintain your grip on the chain, fortunately, and are not letting go. As much as it felt like it was about to happen, you maintain your grip.
It's time for a long rest, fellas.
That'll bring us to Hayes.
Same
Moving
thing.
on down.
Moving on down, yeah.
Your mama.
End of turn.
Okay, that'll bring us to another spined devil. This one will move in a bit towards Lulu. It's gonna try to bite and stab her. Okay, its bite is gonna miss, but it's able to stab her with its fork. That deals 3 piercing damage to her. And that's gonna be the end of its turn. Dog had garlic powder on her nose. I don't even know how. That'll take us to
She's
some.
going through the trash.
I hope not. That'll take us to some quasits. Which, that's just enough. That's not enough. This first quasit gets close enough to try and bite this devil in front of it.
Oh shit, they're on our side.
Or claw, technically. Which, that is such a weird formula, but that will miss. As it tries to claw this spine devil, but misses completely. The other quasit, actually, as it's flying in, completely vanishes from sight.
Shy guy.
I'll take us to round 5. Elgin. Elgin?
You muted, Elgin?
I muted myself because I was coughing.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's do. That guy hasn't been hit. This guy has. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. I'm gonna pop this. Or wait, no, that's Lulu. Jesus, I have it
Wait, what?
zoomed way out. Let me get this guy right here, right in front of Stab,
Yay!
Okay.
and bam.
Sacred Flame. It's making a savings throw, and it succeeds this time.
Da. See, yep, that's gonna be it for me. I'm actually gonna scoot down just a little bit more though.
Hey.
Doya.
I'm going to cast lightning at that thing.
All right, it's got to make a dexterity savings throw. And it succeeded as well, as the lightning bolt just goes right past it as it dodges out of the way.
These rolls suck.
So doesn't it take half damage?
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, you should have said that earlier then, because one avoided it earlier too, but it's okay. We remedy that now. So it's going to take half of 16. Oh, 15?
15.
Oh, because it's not already
The-
storming or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's going to take 7 lightning damage then.
And since it's not within melee range of me, I am going to proceed down.
And you continue hurrying down this chain, getting away from this thing a bit.
And I will actually do a bonus action this time around. I'm going to do a cast of Healing Word.
Okay, you whisper to yourself, talk yourself out of some damage you took. You heal for 9. And
That's
that
it.
will bring us to Lulu, who is currently has enemies on both sides. What is she gonna do? Let's see. She is going to try and stab this one with her tusks. Since it is right up next to her. And she is going to barely miss this thing as she tries to stab it, just almost catching it. It moves out of the way. Then she's going to try and back away a bit as she flies around you, Stab. Looks like she's trying to loop in. She's going to take attacks from both of these,
No, stay close to this one.
because they're both going to use their forks on her. But she moves too swiftly as she swings around on the other side of this one.
Hey, nicely done, Luke.
You're up, Stab.
All right, Stab's gonna fucking swing. She's gonna come out swinging. Yeah, finally hits. It's the shadow one. Come on, big damage, big damage. How do you calculate sneak attack?
It's auto-calculated, I believe.
Not for the shadow blade.
Oh. No, it's not. Let me look at your previous sneak attack, and we can figure that out.
Yo, the shadow blade sucks. Thought it'd
It's-
be good.
The subterfuge? It's sneaky. Let's see, sneak attack is 4d6 damage. So you would just roll 4d6.
Okay. So just plus anything?
Nope, just 46 straight up. Slash roll space 46. And
Alright.
you would do a total of
20?
20 damage. That's correct. So you take that shadow dagger and quickly slice this thing. This time you catch it almost all the way through the throat, but you slit it a good chunk because you see this bile coming out of it. It's still alive, but just barely.
Okay. Give me 1 second, Jamie. I'm just looking at stuff.
Sure.
Okay. And then I have my second action. I don't have lucky, so that I'm just gonna have to go with that.
Okay, that is, you got one ally near you. That's gonna miss as your second strike just completely whiffs.
All right. I need to stay close to Hayes. So I'm going to start scooting. I'm gonna use my reactionary to dodge, and as I go away, I'm like, Lulu, stay close to me. So 5,
You mean to disengage?
or yeah.
Okay.
15.
You start shuffling down the chain closer to Hayes. Lulu
Yeah.
nods at you, and as soon as she can, she will move also. In a turn?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to take us to some more spine devils. Specifically, this one up here is following along you, Stab, and just launching another barrage of spines at you.
Yay. Oh, that one misses.
The first set will slam into you, but the second set will just batter against the chains as you feel these spines sink into your thigh for a little bit of fire damage as it burns, and more piercing damage than anything, for a total of 7.
I'm gonna take half. Oh wait, I can't take half. I have to take 7.
Yeah, because you use your... Correct, you already
Yeah.
used it. And I need another athletics check from you. Ooh, you didn't
Yeah,
even
oh.
flinch when it hit you. You just kept holding on. Very
Oh.
good.
Extra good. I grip it so hard it fucking everyone feels it. Everyone else takes 10 damage.
And wait, your allies?
No. It's a good grip to them. They like that. It's a good grip.
You grip it fiercely. Everyone can sense it slightly, just for a millisecond.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end of that Spine Devil's turn. That'll take us to the really wounded one, still engaged with Lulu. And it is going to try and grapple onto her,
No.
as it's going to make an athletics check versus her acrobatics or athletics, whichever's higher.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Oh, okay. Let's see what happens here. See if we can double down. Let's see. Neither are higher, so we'll just use her acrobatics. Okay, so this thing weakly tries to lunge onto Lulu, and it doesn't grab onto her, but kind of falls into her. And she uses up its momentum to flutter back and kind of kickflip it over your head, Doya, a little bit. Doya, you can strike at this thing as it flies right in range of you.
Ooh, can I hit it too?
Only one this time.
Okay.
That will hit.
Apparently that didn't roll damage. 4.
Okay. As this thing's flying over your head, you quickly grab your quarterstaff and just do a little arcing swing at it and club it right on its head as its neck turns halfway and its body slowly twirls past you, Stab and Haze, and just descends.
Ugh. Ugh.
And that is the end of its turn because it is no more, because it failed tremendously. Haze, you're up.
Yeah. Copy paste. I keep on doing my thing, and I move 15 feet down the chain. End of turn.
Okay, that'll take us to another Spine Devil, which is engaged with this Quasit. Let's see what he's going to do. If he doesn't kill it this time, they're going to be dancing elsewhere. He's going to try to bite and fork it. Which only one of those is going to hit. 2 damage. That is not enough to kill this thing. As soon as he misses this Quasit, you see him just leaning in to bite as this Quasit's striking back with his claws. They're almost intertwined as they're just fighting each other and start drifting away from all of you.
Yay.
And that'll take us to the other Quasit, which is currently invisible. It actually will pursue the one that is flying away in the distance. That'll take us to round 6, which is everybody in range. 5, 10, 15. Oh, barely, Doya. There is one enemy remaining you guys got to deal with. Elgin, you're up.
One left. All right. Well, you know what? Let's do it this way then. I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead on this guy.
Okay, it makes its wisdom savings throw and succeeds.
Ah.
He hears no bells tonight.
Poopy water. Damn. Let's see, and then you know what? Fuck it.
Continue on the
10.
chain.
Yep.
All right. In that case, we're gonna. Was that the end of your turn?
That's it. That's it for me.
Move to Doya. Trying to zap him again.
22.
That is a big fat zap.
22 if it hits. Not the 31. Ignore the 31.
He just
And it's half damage.
barely avoids it. And you still see the lightning kind of strike it slightly, which looks like hurt it real bad. Its whole left side looks charred, but it is still barely flapping its wings.
I will proceed down this chain. 1, 10, 15, right there.
Okay. That'll take us to Lulu, who will fly at this spine devil with her tusks at the ready. Try to skewer it. Oh, and actually hit. Perfect. She flies right into the spine devil with her head lowered and eyes closed as she just slams into it, and it coughs up some bile. She pulls out of it, or her tusk out of it. That sounds so weird again. And the devil slowly falls, flapping its wings until it just completely gives up life and falls past all of you.
Nice one, Lulu.
Okay, that's going to take us out of initiative. But you guys are still on this chain. You can now do what you want.
I want to climb down this chain.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm still like just beelining down.
Yeah, let's just get this over with, fellas.
I'll keep pace with everybody else, kind of cooling everything down. Go.
Come on, Lulu. Don't let yourself get too far away from us.
Okay, you all continue down the chain, just maintaining a safe pace, but as quick as you can, cooling it as you travel down. You can hear screeches off to the side, as it looks like the spine devil's getting ripped up by these quasits off to a little bit behind you. You can hear other creatures just flying past these chains, and then another one right behind it. It seems there is a mid-air battle going on, and you are all directly in the middle of it. Fortunately, nothing seems to be pausing to attack you. You climb and you climb and you climb until you can see you're getting closer and closer to the bottom. Make a... Actually, all of you go and make another perception check. Okay, Elgin and Doya. As you're approaching down these chains, you're kind of looking ahead a bit, making sure the area is clear and there's nothing awaiting you for an ambush. Under you currently, you're still about a good 200 feet from your destination. You can see the bank side of the River Styx, just this battle continuing to ensue, but unfortunately it looks like you're going over them, and where the chain ends is away from any danger you can see. You continue on your pace for a couple more minutes, until finally you reach the end.
Hey, we
chain.
did it.
Let me take you to where you are now. Also, you guys, if you haven't done it already, on your music tab, you may want to click that. Click global volume controls and turn ambient down to just a sliver. Keep it on, but just a heads up for your own good.
I'm about to hear a lot of bird
Oh,
noises.
please tell me, are we going to the bridge? Taking us to the bridge, Dad?
You hop off this chain and stumble a bit, just your muscles tense, tired from fighting and climbing all that way, but making it. No one falling, no casualties, but worn down as you make it to the surface of Avernus.
It's so white.
You stumble off the chain a bit, which is over here. until you find yourselves in what looks like a crevice surrounded by huge boulders and rocks and whatnot. The air is even worse down here, as is the feeling of the heat slapping your face. But it certainly is better
Yeah.
than dangling above a river of death on chains.
Fucking Mars, Jamie?
Oh, this one. We need to grow potatoes.
What would you like to do?
Shit. I'm gonna give Hayes his water, because I promised it. I'm gonna hand him over my flask, and it's filled with holy water. Here you go, buddy. Drink this. You earned it.
Take a few swigs. Holy shit, we actually made it down.
Yeah, man. Equally sucks in my opinion, though. But at least we're not dangling over fucking stink water.
Yes, I suppose it's better to be down here on the ground than falling into the river Styx. Did anyone happen to catch a glance of anything in the distance while we were going down the chain?
Nah.
No.
My
Fighting
perception
all
is
around
low.
us on the banks of the river.
Lulu actually scoots up a bit and says, I was focused on you all and getting to the bottom, but I can fly up and look.
Lulu, yes. Perhaps try and get a quick look. Be careful. Don't get carried away by anything, but see if you can see anything that is of interest.
Okay, Lulu will fly up into the air and look around to see what she can see. She flies about 60 feet up into the air, and she does kind of like a slow 360, just scouting out all around her. And she flies back down, and she has a confused expression on her face when she comes down. As she floats right next to you, Stab, and says to you all, I looked around and I think I saw a place, but it doesn't really make sense. Like, I looked a direction and blinked, and then that same direction looked different right after.
Like it just changed in front of your eyes.
She nods and then looks this direction and says, But I'm almost positive I saw something not far from here this way. It looked like maybe a fort.
Well, that sounds like the only tangible lead that we have. It's either that or wander out into the wastes that way where nobody's seen anything.
Okay, I'm down. There's,
You down?
Invisible Fort is pretty cool. I like that.
Visible
pretty cool.
fort. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Always wanted one since I was a kid.
Lulu, can you take us in the direction?
She nods and starts floating towards the east.
Is this sand, Jamie? What are we standing in?
You're standing on hard ground, maybe a little bit of dirt, you think? A little dusty, but it's a hard surface.
Where is
Hey.
the chain anchor point in relation to here?
A little bit under this mark on the map.
Let me see. I want to see that. Okay. You guys coming?
Lulu pauses and looks at you.
Who's
You.
Oh, me? I was just talking to everyone else. You guys coming?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is this where it is, Lulu?
No, I was just waiting on your friends.
Okay.
Yes, Joya, even though he's a man of many legs, he is quite the dawdler.
Mostly I'm a man of many years. As I look back towards the chain point, does it seem like it's staying where it's supposed to be?
Doesn't look like it's moving or anything. Still seems to be there. You see chains all
Okay.
the way reaching up towards El Terrell from where you are as well.
That's why I wanted to double check.
Lulu continues on. You guys start traveling towards this fort, you think. You travel on for about maybe 20 minutes on this path, and sometimes it winds and turns. And during that duration, you can hear the echoing distance of the companions still striking lightning onto El Terrell occasionally. The hot, arid air just slamming into you. This place is uncomfortable is not a good enough word to use for it. You almost feel sick being here, but not enough to hinder you in moving or combat. But you march on nonetheless. After that 20 minutes goes by, you arrive at what looks like a huge wall with a gate. Let me show you what that looks like.
Ominous. Right.
Ooh, this place is pointy.
You can see that the wall seems to be made out of junk. Metal junk is the only way to describe it. It's pointed pieces of metal, some round, some square, pointed, sharp pieces of, it almost looks like maybe the stuff the chains is made out of here and there. And, it's truly hard to describe. It almost looks like a junkyard of wall in front of you. But there is a little outpost of, it looks like poking up near the gate. And also you see multiple turrets or harpoons lined up on the side, spaced out evenly going around this area.
Are they tracking us?
No,
Were they?
not at the moment, but you can see definitely something up there just kind of sitting next to it, just dangling its legs off the edge of one of the harpoon turrets, like on the platform. They're kind of just looking your way.
What, is it human?
Doesn't look human, but you'll have to get closer if you want to find that out.
And it knows we're there, and it hasn't done anything.
Uh-huh.
Huh. Well, I don't think it's gonna shoot me if it's not right. If it's just nonchalantly. How's it sitting again?
Right now you have like it's like a
Body
harpoon
language.
turret and then a base for it and a square base for that. It's kind of just dangling its legs off the square base towards the outskirts of the fort wall.
And it looks unthreatened by us.
It looks like it's just chilling, just sitting there, just looking your way.
I don't know if we should approach this guy, but he looks kind of chill. He looks like a cool guy, just chilling in the bowels of hell. You know, someone I'd
Lulu
chill with.
also says, something about this is familiar.
Oh, yes, I'm sure maybe you have a vision of a time where you were a giant war mammoth stomping through this entire ruin, perhaps creating this entire ruin, and then you're not sure how or when or why, or what the magic word is.
Lulu looks a little bit sad and looks down.
You think this guy might
No.
remember you?
I'm sorry. I'm a little tired and I'm stressed out.
Don't worry, Lulu. You're awesome. I saw the way you stabbed that little demon guy. It was cool.
There's something good about this place. I just don't know, though.
I'm gonna trust your instinct. Let's just walk up non-threatening towards the guy.
Okay, are you actually walking up to, like, the base of the wall and then up to the turret, or are you going up to the gate?
Is Lulu coming with me?
If you start walking forward, Lulu's right behind you.
Shit, I'm definitely gonna get harpooned. What's around me? Is there nothing in clearing? Like in case shit goes south and he wants to arm it, can I hide behind a rock?
Seems like it's wide open plains around you right now.
Fuck it, Lulu thinks it's good. I'm gonna start walking that way and make sure Lulu can be seen.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm kind of my Hayes is exhausted, and he's just kind of hanging back with the bulk of the.
I'm about to say, Elgin will kind of just be watching Stab, just kind of observing.
That's right. I'll be the test guys. If I die, it's a bad idea.
Okay.
It may feel less threatened if only one or two of us approach. I'll stay with you guys.
Great. Let's let awkward old Stab handle this one with my -1 in charisma.
So, Stab, you approach the base of this wall just far enough out to where you could see easily what it is, and it could easily see what is you. And the creature stands up and crosses its arms and kind of leans on the turret next to it. It looks like this.
Oh, it's a little elf dude,
And it's kind of
goblin dude.
just staring at you.
I'm just gonna wave out to it, say, "Hey, how's it going?"
With its arms still crossed, it says down to you, "I don't talk on guard. Go to the gate if you want something, pissant ugly."
Oh, my bad, dude. I'm just gonna go to the gate, I guess. I like your friend, Lulu.
So you're walking over to the gate now?
Yeah.
And all of the rest of you would have heard that. Are you still staying where you are?
I'll lean over to Elgin and go, how far do you think those harpoons can shoot?
Far enough. I say we give him a wide berth.
A wide berth?
Distance.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like he's got them birthing hips, man. He's gonna like wide.
No. But he's giving them a fair distance.
Okay. I never heard that before.
Mhm.
As you're walking around to the gate, Stab, actually got a little flavor text that you're going to the gate now. A fortified compound sits atop a low plateau that rises out of the crater-pocked landscape. At the center of the compound is a hill of rust-colored stone that resembles a hand clawing out of the ground, with gaps between each finger. A jagged wall made of rock, bone, metal, and debris surrounds this hill. Other highlights visible from this distance include a gatehouse, atop which stands half a dozen small figures on watch, as well as harpoons surrounding the facility, or perimeter. You walk up to this gate, and a few more of those creatures that you saw before kind of peer over and shout down to you, "Well, what do you want?"
Well, me and my friends here are just in this red land, and we were wondering if we could come in for a second and rest.
They kind of look to one another, and the one that yelled at you looks back down here and says, Sure, you can come in, but first you have to do some things for me. Yeah, do some things for me." And he starts kind of looking at his friend, laughing a bit, and he laughs back.
Okay, what is it?
"First, you have to pick your nose."
Can I hear all the items first before I do them?
"No."
I'm gonna look to Lulu, because like Lulu said, this is a good place. What is Lulu doing?
Lulu kind of looks at you and just is the best you can make out. She gives you a shrug.
Okay, I'm gonna put my finger in my nose, like this.
It starts laughing as it says, "Okay, now, give me your shoe."
Nah, I need my shoe, man.
"Then piss off."
Mm. You know what? I'm gonna talk to my friends about this. I'll be right back.
"Get out of here."
I'll look over to Elgin in the meantime and say, what do you think they're talking about?
Oh, I'm sure that whatever it was, I would imagine that the creatures probably asked for something incredibly reasonable, and that is that.
Do you think he's shooting us in the foot?
He's actually going to
Maybe.
get a diplomatic situation underhand.
Maybe. I'm reserving judgment.
All right, am I back to the guys, Jamie?
Yeah.
All right, hey guys, this is me. So there's these little small guys over there, and they asked me to pick my nose, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll pick my nose. But then they wanted my shoe, and I was like, I kind of need that because this place is fucking hot. And I don't know, man. You guys want to try this place out? Give them our shoes.
He just wanted your shoe.
Oh yeah, he's a real dick about it, man. Told me to piss off and fuck off. I don't know. Maybe he was having a laugh and wanted me to do all this humiliating shit, but would deny me access anyways. I wasn't really sure if I could trust him.
I mean, the worst case scenario, you lose a shoe.
We can
Yeah,
get
but-
you a new shoe.
Why the fucking the meat man not resistant to heat got to give up his shoe? You know, I'm sorry, but it's my shoe.
Where are we going to get a shoe down here?
I don't think it matters. I'm gonna kind of push past and immediately walk towards where the smaller creature is.
Okay, so you're wandering you're going up to the gate, Elgin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, you march up to the gate, and a couple of them are looking down at you again, but they don't say anything.
I would like entry.
The one next to him goes, "What's the password?"
I don't know the password.
Oh, he doesn't know the password. We don't have a password. They both start laughing.
Ah. Chaotic creatures. What would it take to be able to gain entry, if not a password?
You see your friend over there? He's pointing over to your group.
Damn
Yes.
it! They want my fucking shoe.
Call him over and tell him his feet stink like death.
Well, that I can do. But it might be difficult. Let me let me steel myself. Stab, get over here. Your feet stink like death.
They start laughing at one another. Dead feet,
Okay.
stinky feet.
Guys, I'm getting real self-conscious over here. I don't know if I want to go in there anymore.
Oh, come on. Get over here. They're not that bad.
They're not that bad. Thank you.
Now, what more would need doing for us to gain passage?
Tell the old one to come here. That old one. He points out towards the direction of Doya.
Doya, come
I
forward.
shall meander my way there with my staff.
He is rather old. It might take him a moment.
They just stand there.
What's
one
up,
of them
Elgin?
grinning.
Oh, our friends. They wanted to meet you.
You there,
What else?
old one. Hop on one foot and spin in a circle.
I would like to attempt to hop on one foot and spin in a circle.
Okay. Make a acrobatics check. You grab one foot and start hopping in a circle without falling, and every hop you land, they start clapping as you spin in a circle slowly, repeatedly, and they start cheering. The one in front's just dying laughing.
Once I've made 2 full rotations, I'm going to stop and give a flourish.
Amazing! Amazing! The old man's got acrobatics. Look at him. Now you do
And
it.
his feet don't stink.
He points towards you, Elgin, after he says, and you
Mhm.
do it.
I will, just the same. I will, was athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
And there you go. I'm gonna fall.
You grab one foot and start, after taking 2 hops, you kind of bend your ankle bit and land on the ground, which sends them all dying with laughter.
I'm gonna laugh as well and kind of pat myself on the butt as I stand back up, like patting the dirt off.
One of the ones up front then yells down to you, "Well, quit standing around like idiots! Come in! Come in!" And the gate starts to open.
See, Stab, that wasn't so hard.
Yeah, but they wanted my shoe, man. They wanted my shoe. I'm gonna whisper it so they don't ask for it.
A
'Cause I
little
really don't wanna go with my
humiliation. Besides, you've waded waist deep in shit water for reasons that we still don't quite understand why we keep finding our way into sewers.
Yeah, but no one ever told me I
Losing a
smelled
shoe's
before.
not that big a deal.
It is when you're in a desert.
Also, two of them up there at that little guard station, I should have showed y'all this too, look like this.
Whoa, what the hell is that? It's
Ooh.
fucking fish head ass.
Great.
It's similar, except something clearly different.
They didn't make fun of Hayes.
Do we recognize any of these races?
Based on everything I know about your characters, the only person who might would be Hayes. Which, Hayes, if you want to try to identify one of these creatures, you can make a history check.
You know what? No, I'm too like out of it and just tired and frustrated.
Okay. So the gates open.
They're letting me in. I'm walking in.
Are you all walking in?
Mm-hmm. Yep, going right on in.
Okay.
I'll shuffle.
As you enter in, you can see that the area enclosed by the rampart is littered with trash and mechanical parts, some put together in a way that resembles a vehicle. Ramshackle structures built from the same junk as the outer wall provide shelter. As you enter in just a little bit, the gate starts to close behind you as you see more of those little hat creatures running about. Some of the weird-looking ones, some of the more regular gets-looking ones, all seem to be busy running about the place. They all look like feral gnomes more than anything, with tall red caps and some that drip with vile ichor. A pair of Kenku, examining one of the strange vehicles, seem to be chatting with one another in high-pitched squawks, and they carry an assortment of strange tools. When
You
they
said
see
Kinku?
you, Kenku, they're like bird people.
Okay.
When they see you, they turn and stare and wonder. One of them jogs up to your group and starts squawking at you. And I got another blog of text for you here. One of the Kenku waves in your direction, almost in a way to tell you to stand where you are, as it says, "What a deal! Patience is a virtue! Can't keep the boss waiting!" And then turns around and starts jogging into one of the trash structures a little bit in the distance. Moments later, leading a tall creature wearing a long tattered shift covered in mud, blood, mold, and worse, appears in front of you. The hag's eyes seem to move independently of each other as she approaches, her straggly brown hair hanging in front of them. Resting on each shoulder are some red-eyed ravens that scrutinize your group. And behind her is a hulking creature built of disparate fiendish parts, trudging along nearby, moaning and hopping as it walks. Both of the hag's eyes focus keenly on your group, and on Lulu specifically. "My goodness!" she croaks, with spittle dribbling from her mouth. "Where did you find such a treasure?" They look like this.
Whoa! Oh, I thought those were breasts. Just like the fucking thing.
Oh my god.
No, just stuff it's carrying. But that's
You
what
don't
the pair
see
looks
that
like.
every day. Is that a straw or is that his tongue that's he's drinking himself?
Isn't that a good question?
Ah. He's got pet hamsters and they go inside his body.
But yeah, anyone want to respond?
Oh shit, I didn't even remember the question. I was looking at that fucking portrait.
She
I'm
seems
going to go ahead and say she's not for sale if you want her.
No, I don't want to buy the thing off you, but I haven't seen it in such a long time. And she starts scooting closer and looking up Lulu up and down. She's about 5 feet away from whoever's in front right now as she's examining Lulu.
What do you know about her?
And she looks at you and says, "I know that she knows what happened. This is Zariel's pet, isn't it?" And she looks excitingly at all of you.
Something like that.
Possibly in a former life.
But no memory of such. At least not clear ones.
Amazing.
Why? Do you have some way to... You know something about this?
Well, maybe a little bit, but first, and she takes a couple steps back and crosses her arms. What brings you to Fort Knucklebone?
Well, it's a very good question. I'm not sure how to answer that.
A little bit of business, maybe some pleasure.
Well, if you've come to buy a hell ride, this is the place. You got soul coins on you?
I might.
Well, if you're buying, let's talk business. If you're not, well, why the hell are you here?
Well, let's take a look at your inventory.
She motions around with her arms to a couple of vehicles that look like they're being worked on, some covered in blood, some with spikes sticking out, some with what looks like some sort of sacks on top and the head of some sort of, almost looks like a dragon head leaning off of it. A couple with human bodies kind of spiked and pierced dangling up off the top of the cars. As she says, I have all sorts, but I ain't giving you a damn tour if you ain't got the coin.
Mad
I'll
Max.
reveal a soul coin. I'll just kind of hold one up and just kind of wave it at her.
She
You mean this kind of currency?
She tilts her head and looks at it for a minute, then up back to you, Elgin, and says, That's the stuff. You've got more than one, of course, right?
We wouldn't be here otherwise.
What he said.
Both of you make deception checks.
Alright.
She sighs and looks at both of you and then says, You don't have more than that soul coin, do you?
That's not what we said.
Sure isn't.
Just
Means
said-
you lied.
There may be other reasons why we're here than
Then-
buying.
Quit yanking my chain and tell me. You bring this thing here. And she goes up to Lulu and looks at it again. The most amazing thing I've seen in years. You don't even want to talk about it.
Well, then let's talk about it.
I'm all ears.
We need to discover a way to unlock her memories.
She looks, her face lights up a bit. It just looks like she's still listening.
Well, it seems I have your attention. Lulu here lacks the memories to be at her full potential. We would like to rectify this for her.
Poor thing's lost its memories, has it? And she holds out a hand and kind of caresses at Lulu's head, which Lulu just kind of lowers her head a bit and closes her eyes. A shame, a shame. And you want access to them.
Correct.
Well, I just happen to dabble in such things. I can unlock her memories for you, but there's a price.
And what is your price?
I get to see the memories too. This is a glorious moment. I get to see the history of Zariel. Oh, the coming of Zariel. Out of curiosity, though, what do you want to see about her, though?
Well, this would be of benefit to us because Lulu is our companion and friend. And I'm certain that whatever memories she can unlock, whatever stories may unfold, would be of great benefit to not just Lulu, but to ourselves as well. And Lulu wants to help us as best as Lulu can. And I would believe that Lulu would feel most helpful if she could remember all the things that she's capable of. But, I must admit, I would only feel comfortable granting you the permission to see her memories if Lulu is okay with it.
Yeah, gentlemen.
And I'll just kind of gesture, I'll kind of look at Lulu and
Lulu perks
gesture.
up and says, if it'll help me remember, of course, of course.
Well, then you have your answer.
To which the hag then says, Well, that sounds good enough for me. Also, Mad Maggie at your service, and this here's Mickey, as she motions to the huge golem next to her.
Mad Maggie, and is he sad Mickey?
Mickey just goes "Oh," and just kind of groans at you a bit. Oh, poor lad sounded a little under the weather lately, but he's fine. He's a big fella. But that beside, this is more important. So, all that aside, you, and you, and you, and you all don't look like you belong in Avernus. You look like you've come here for a reason, and I strongly doubt it's just to help this poor little creature regain her memories. So please, I know we just met, but honesty is key, and I can tell when you're lying. So truly, why are you in Avernus?
Well, I think you've cut us right to the quick. We are not here on some goodwill mission to simply restore the memories of Lulu. I guess it makes no sense in hiding why we're truly here. You would discover that we're lying anyway. But we have come here to restore balance to El Terrell, to put it back where it belongs.
You seek
That
to
is what we're
undo
here
what
for.
Zariel's done?
Well, technically, I believe it was partially the work of some ill-minded humans as well, but...
She starts cackling and then says, No, Zariel had the biggest hand in it, but this is great! More history in the making! You seek to challenge Zariel's rule? Excellent! Oh, you poor dear, you'll have your memories returned as she starts petting Lulu again. And I will see what you have seen.
Well, you'll think this is a gas as well. Not only are we here to challenge Zariel, but we also have, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, a champion of our own. I'm sure you're familiar with the name Gargwoth.
She pauses, petting Lulu a bit, and looks up at you with a brow raise and says, Gargwoth? Gargwoth's been gone for, I don't even know how long. What do you mean you have Gargwoth?
He aids us.
Well, and I just pull the shield from my back and I'll just kind of hold it in front of me and just kind of pat it.
You all hear Gargwoth kind of growl a little bit lowly as he's being held out. And Maggie walks up the shield and looks it over, her face getting more lit up, and then she starts cackling again. She says, All this time! To a mortal... What is this? It's not even a weapon! Oh, how you've fallen! Used to be a lord of one of the realms, and he guards your back!
I know it's rather amusing to me as well. But we have a deal, and he is a part of that deal, so... There. Now not only are you a privy to one bit of history, but multiple bits of history in the making.
I'm a deal with Gargwoth, huh? Must have sold your soul to him.
I did.
Ah, you hear that, old Garging? And she bangs on the shield with her knuckle twice. You got at least one more coming.
And even better yet, not for my own selfish gain.
Oh, well, whatever the reason, that's all you and what you do. But more importantly, you little, what was it? Lulu. You're Lulu, yes? And Lulu looks at her and nods and says, Oh, and who are all of you?
Elgin Greymalkin, Paladin of Helm.
Oh, and you? And you?
Hayes, I was on a ship for many years. It doesn't matter. Hayes.
I'm just Stab. I'm just a guy.
Oh yeah, of the Emerald Enclave.
Got your names right here now. Won't forget. So, it's gonna take one of, how would I say this? It's gonna take one of your days. It's gonna take one of your days to make the elixir I need. So, I don't want you standing willy-nilly in my place. You're not buying. We're helping each other out, but you aren't freeloaders either. So, I tell you what. And she starts looking around the compound, which is huge. And she says, see if you can help out any of my subordinates here. You help them out enough, and well, maybe old Mad Maggie can be a little more generous than just unlocking some memories. Maybe I can offer you some goodwill for the road. But, you know, do bad and, you know, you'll regret it. But make yourselves useful either way. I'm gonna go get started. Mickey, you're free to roam. She lets go of the leash. You do you. And you lot.
He's on a...
Yeah, he was on a leash. She says, I'll be back over there. And she kind of motions in between one of the fingers, which I'll reveal to y'all shortly. If you need me for something, but every time you bother me, it slows down the process. So don't interrupt unless necessary. And
No worries.
if you need a place to rest, ask one of the red caps. They'll help you out. But I'm gonna get to work, and you should too. And she quickly turns around and starts power walking, but stops and turns one more time and says, "Oh, any questions?"
None at all.
Good.
I just shake my head.
Hate questions. Too many questions. They all ask too many. She starts mumbling as she walks away. They all ask too many questions, but no questions means more time for progress. And it gets quieter as she gets away until she leaves back into her little finger gap area behind a little curtain. This is the last thing I'm going to show you for now. So you guys are standing now in the middle of this fort. All these red caps and what look like red caps, but a little more jacked up, just kind of hanging around as well. And you see this place is pretty active. But there's all sorts of creatures and whatnot to talk to here. And let me transition us. This might take a moment too. Okay. You can zoom out. You can see how large this place truly is.
Loading.
That's
Yeah,
how big it is, man. Look at that loading bar.
Yeah, it might take a minute. I should have preloaded it. This is the
I
only one.
haven't seen one of these loading bars since back in the slow internet days.
I should have preloaded this one, but it'll get there. It's gonna take a bit.
Didn't expect us to make it down the chain, did you, Jamie?
It may have straight up kicked one of you out. It looks like.
No, I refreshed just
Okay.
to see, just in case.
Should I refresh too? Did you get in, Eldrin?
No. If you wait, it'll load over. It just takes a bit. I think you made it,
Okay.
Pooh.
Hey, I did make it. I'm still fucking like, huh? Like at that angle. You know what I mean?
There we go. I'm in now.
Very quizzical.
Oh, with all your tokens tilted, yeah. But this is where all you guys are. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! I see it now.
And
Damn.
that is where we're gonna call it for the evening.
Shit. Let's get a go-kart each.
Yeah.
A go-kart each.
Yeah.
There's some vehicles parked over there. Let's
Yeah.
get one.
Dude, you guys
Oh,
survived
God.
the chains. I
We
think
did.
It may have been a total of maybe 9 checks to fall off and buy, but you didn't fail. You kept going strong, kept succeeding those rolls, and fought off all the spine devils that were coming to get you. Very, very clever use of that ice magic. That was a good move, Hayes, and a good recommendation, Stab.
Hey.
How hard would it have been for me to Tony Hawk grind down that chain?
It would have involved. I won't say the number, but I thought about it after you said it. It would have involved multiple checks, and since you're going at a high speed, if one failure could have been just detrimental. You would have had one more shot after that, I think, but that would have been rough.
Oh, damn! You guys didn't use your inspiration.
That's true.
Didn't need to.
Do
I
one
used
thing real
one of-
quick. Go.
I used one of mine.
I didn't use one either. I
Yeah,
guess
it
I
honestly
should've,
just
huh?
never came up.
Yeah.
Everything I did didn't require me to make a roll.
Well,
At
I
least
was
not anything I
was-
couldn't have made.
I was blessed by Elgin, and
Mhm.
I was going to, and I had 2 inspirations, and I was gonna cast haste on myself, which gave me advantage on dexterity checks.
You guys were prepared. Y'all weren't gonna fall off them chains.
I was ready to grind all the way down, bro.
That was a good way to get down though. That was using them noodles. So good work on that. And y'all made it to Fort Knucklebones. Something I've been waiting for a long time to happen. So this is
Made it
gonna
to level 8, right?
No, nope. No level 8. Still level 7, I'm afraid.
Ah,
Shadowblade sucks.
Shadowblade can be awesome if you're sneaky and clever with it, but in just raw combat, there's probably better stuff.
yeah.
Mm.
Honestly, I think your base kit combat abilities as a rogue are probably better than some of your magic, more
Well, it's about the
magical stuff.
versatility, guys.
It's
It's not just
about-
about raw DPS. Raw damage. You gotta versatility. Things you can use outside of the box.
Okay, the next time I'm on a chain, I'll use Shadowblade a lot more sneakily when I'm dangling there like a piece of meat on a fucking clothes hanger.
That is probably not the best situation for a
No.
Shadowblade. Maybe more so when you're not
Yeah.
supposed to have a weapon or you want to attack something without them seeing it coming.
Yeah.
I.e., you hold out your hand to shake someone's hand and they reach to shake yours and suddenly they're skewered by a Shadowblade. You know, you're thinking outside the box.
Okay.
But besides that, how y'all, I want to ask now, how y'all feeling about your situation? We're done with the change y'all been thinking about for weeks.
We made it.
If I gave my shoe, would I take damage?
If you what?
Gave up my shoe, would I take heat damage or some shit?
No, you've had to have one shoe.
I was like, man, I'm not giving up that shoe. It's hot.
Maybe you would have seen one of them walking around wearing one shoe as well.
Oh, I should have done it. That would have been cool. Yeah.
Oh no, you got both your shoes. You're good to go.
No. Could have walked through the sands.
Elgin fell down for you.
Mm-hmm.
Chop it on one foot.
I
They
mean,
asked you
I
to-
quickly realized they just wanted us to goof off, and it's like if my humility is a small price to pay just to get where I'm trying to go, I'll fucking do it. I would have let one of them fart on my dinner if it would have got us in there.
You
Hey, I
shameless.
I
We
didn't
saw that
give
in the
a fuck.
bathhouse. Didn't give a damn.
Exactly. No, I don't give a fuck.
All right. Well,
Well, let's get us in the palace. Cool, let's go.
unless any of y'all got any last comments, I'm gonna do my close out here. Anyone got something to say? Something you want to bring
Got
up?
nothing.
Talk about?
Oh.
Yep.
Stab Doyum, you good?
Good.
Okay. In that case, everyone out there, thank you for watching via YouTube or Twitch. We greatly appreciate it. We do this every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central and Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Central. Our Saturday game, like we said at the start, is on hiatus. We'll be coming back in the future, but we're coming up with a couple things to replace it with for a while. Still some stuff I'm working on. I don't want to reveal what it is yet, but it'll be fun. It'll give everybody a chance to be involved too. But you'll hear about it soon enough. Besides that, check the Twitter, check the YouTube. This is going uploaded on the YouTube soon. Maybe by like one or two episodes behind, but I'm real close to catching up. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. We'll be back here in like 2 days with some more D&D. So until then, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good evening.
Yay. Bye.
Peace.